I took my 8-year-old niece to a musical, and it was wildly inappropriate.
What show is that? What is inappropriate?
Not recent, but a couple years ago, and it haunts me to this day. Oh, no. I, male 23, was living with my sister, who has a daughter. She was about 8 at the time, and we have a relatively close relationship and share a love for musical theater, as 8-year-olds all do. Well, my good friend happened to have a leading role in his university's production of American Idiots. Well, there we have it. Have you seen American Idiot?
I haven't seen the show, but I love the album, and I know
It's a great album.
Great album.
Yeah, it's not a great show.
Okay, hot take. We'll circle back to that.
Perfect. A chance for my niece and me to bond. Obviously, I tried to see if the musical was appropriate. The only reviews I could find on the matter said things like, I took my 12-year-old son and it was fine. Okay, cool. My niece is notoriously mature, with the family joke being she's 8 going on 30. I did not know about the swearing in the songs and told the parents. Have you never listened to the album?
I would say that that's definitely her fault if she's confused about the swearing in American Idiot.
Yeah. He's like, I didn't know there was going to be swearing in Green Day's
one of the most streamed pop punk albums of all time.
Yeah.
Didn't know. Yeah.
He wasn't aware. They said it was fine as their daughter had already been exposed to the F-bomb. Which one? They use a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good point. Jeez.
So the day comes and we're super excited. I buy her a churro and we settle in for some quality time together.
Perfect. Churro and American Idiot.
I was just going to say, it's kind of like a dream scenario.
This is a perfect day.
Kind of best case day.
It was not appropriate, not remotely. By the way, this comes from Calvin Says, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Savannah, and today we have a very special guest. Please introduce yourself and tell us anything you'd like.
My name is Tom McGovern. I make musical comedy videos on the internet. I play in a band called Wolves of Glendale, which is also a comedy band.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Strong start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tom's going to help us read these stories and say some funny things.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we'll see about that.
But OP has more to say. Forget the swearing. F-bombs were expected, just not in nearly every line. Many scenes were highly spicy, and substance use is very explicit. At one point, a character ODs, and my niece turned to me asking, what happened? Oh no. This is OP. He got sick and almost passed away. Somehow that felt like a better explanation. But what's worse, she freaking loved it.
Mm-hmm.
She
worse?
Yeah.
That's worse?
So she's like,
That's
I
the
want
best case scenario.
Yeah, I was going to say. I
Yeah.
have thoughts, but I'm going to hold my tongue until we're done with it.
No, you're good. She would not stop talking about it, and for weeks listened almost exclusively to the musical album. Anytime we were in the car, can you play Boulevard of Broken Dreams? Can you play American Idiot? She would blare it in the house. One time her grandmother came to visit and my niece played the album. And I think this is where the problem is going to come in. The image of her grandmother yelping as F-bombs started dropping left and right is seared into my brain. Dang.
Wait, I feel like could we like reenact that?
Yeah.
The yelp.
She's just yelping. She's like, oh no, it gets worse. Another time I'm driving to her gymnastic practice and we meet her gym friend at the gas station. My niece asks if I can drive both of them. We get the okay from her friend's mom and we're on our way. As we're buckling up, my niece asks me to play American Idiot. Oh no. I don't know if that would be appropriate, Opie says. My niece replies, oh, it'll be fine. She then turns to her friend and my 8-year-old niece goes, you've heard F before, right? But she uses the actual word.
And it is true. There's an iconic F-bomb in American Idiot. So we don't know which F-bomb they're talking about.
Well, yeah. Did she drop the slur? Did she?
Exactly. Both kind of bad. And did you say 8 years old?
Yeah, she's 8. She's 8, and she's just dropping F-bombs.
She's 8.
I remember there is more to this story, but when I was, I think, around 8 years old, I also loved Green Day and specifically American Idiot.
You loved the F-bomb?
Well, I didn't know that they used the F slur in that song because every time it would come on, my mom would turn it down exactly at that moment. Yeah. She'd be like,
your mom.
And I'd be like, what did they say?
Yeah.
But yeah.
My brother actually was in a band in high school, and he just would say it.
Oh.
Yeah. If you were in a band in high school, you were saying it for sure.
You were allowed to say it.
You were,
it was given. It was a given.
It was a given.
They forced you.
Yeah.
Forced you. They had to your head.
Legally obligated.
Say that slur.
Say the slur, high school boy. Yeah.
Opie continues. Well, she has now, at least. Her parents never brought it up, but I'm still so embarrassed. Do you think she came home and she was like, Mom, I learned a new word today?
Yeah, Again, I have a lot of things I want to clarify.
Yeah.
But I want to let you finish.
Yeah, we're on the last page.
Okay.
Hey, before we get back to these stories, Keon, do you remember that one story with a guy who cheated on his wife to be with his boss for like 2.5 years?
Oh yeah, that was insane. I wish we can listen to more stories like that.
Well, you can on our next live show event happening September 26th.
Okay, story time
I'm
live.
the ugliest person in the entire world.
Oh, so this is exclusive head.
Oh yeah. Aren't tickets like $10?
Yes, up until August 26th. That's our early bird special just for you guys, you little worms.
Where do I get the tickets?
On okop.show or scan this QR code. Hope to see you there.
Okay, back to the story.
I'm officially the bad influence uncle. What would you do if it were you? And what would you do
Okay.
if you're OP?
So can you help me answer a couple
Yes,
questions?
of course.
So the uncle, I thought it was the aunt that brought the niece
Uncle,
to the
23-year-old male is OP.
He's 23.
Yeah, he's 23. He's a young guy.
And niece's mom,
Yes.
who is uncle's sister,
Correct, yeah.
right? Was pissed that niece came home and learned and started using language that she learned in the show.
He never actually said anyone was upset, just that grandma was a little shocked to hear it.
So the question is, what would I do in uncle's shoes?
Yeah.
First of all, I would make it explicitly clear to my sister that
Yeah.
I'm going to see American Idiot.
Yeah.
Do you know the album American Idiot?
Yeah.
And if she doesn't know the album American Idiot,
on
that's
her.
on my sister.
Yeah,
She's
she
an
is
American idiot.
She's an American idiot.
Terrible
She's my
taste.
sister, the idiot, with bad
My
taste in
sister.
music. I feel personally charged by this because this is one of my top 3 albums of all time.
It's
Wow.
incredible.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
I haven't seen the musical.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Oh yeah, you made it clear that you don't like the musical.
I've seen it,
Yeah.
and it's bad. There's no plot. I mean,
Yeah.
there is a plot, but it's a bad plot.
There's St. Jimmy stuff happening, and there's
Yeah.
other random stuff.
It doesn't really make sense. You're good. It doesn't really make sense. It's kind of like you're watching a concert, but at
Yeah.
that point, like, why not just watch a Green Day concert?
Right.
You know?
Which is kind of my issue with jukebox musicals in general.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
Right?
They really are trying hard to like
Fit
make
it
it
in.
feel like a cohesive plot.
What
They piss me
jukebox
off.
musicals have you seen?
There's a Neil Diamond one
Yeah.
Oh.
that I'm blanking on the name of,
Yeah.
which is interesting. You might consider Once a jukebox musical if you've seen Once.
I haven't seen
Once.
one.
Yeah, it's like Irish music, which I love.
Oh.
That show rules.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's tough to like make a good one.
Yeah.
I think.
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia is
Pretty
incredible,
good.
actually.
Pretty good.
No.
But Savannah hates
No,
Mamma Mia.
Savannah-
Nope.
no.
Horrible. Tell me
Okay.
who the dad is right now.
she
Yeah.
just wants to know.
Tell me.
The dad of Mamma Mia,
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah. Who is?
They don't tell you.
They don't tell you.
It's implied.
They don't tell you. Literally, you watch the whole movie, that you get to the end, and then it's like, just kidding, you're all my dad. What?
Oh, you're all my
Come
dad.
on.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. See, that's what I mean.
on.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
A lot of wrong
implied.
turns.
It's too many wrong turns.
But what I do want to say about the American
Yes.
Idiot thing is
Say
I
it.
don't think the uncle should feel bad at all.
No.
I think that it's on the sister.
She
The
should have looked it
niece
up.
should have looked it up.
Yeah.
And if anything, that's kind of like the most uncle thing you can do. It's
I
like,
agree.
Bring your niece to like a cool show.
And she's going to love you forever.
And she's going to learn about an album at 8, which is, I mean, there are some parents in the chat, I'm sure, that don't agree
Yeah.
that you shouldn't expose your child to an explicit album at 8
Yeah.
years old. But I had a cool aunt that showed me like Disturbed when I was.
I was about to
Yeah.
ask if what your first kind of experience being shown like inappropriate things.
I was at a
Yeah.
family party,
Yeah.
and my aunt's cousin, so it wasn't even someone that I was close with.
Yeah.
Don't talk to this guy at all to this day. But he made me a mixtape that had like
Sick.
Breaking Benjamin and Disturbed and Stained and all of this music that I would not consider good, but
Yeah.
at the time it was like very cool.
Yeah.
It was like hard new metal.
And you had your little cassette tape.
Yeah, and I had my Sony CD player. And then I got Slipknot's first album,
Yeah.
which was like opened my world at 12, and I was just like,
12
what?
is crazy.
12 is crazy to listen to Slipknot, yeah.
Yeah.
But I had similar experiences. I also play in a band, so I think maybe I'm
It
approaching
influences.
this-
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I love that.
It's a little bias here, but how can we put a lid on this? Is there a lid that needs to be? I feel like there's an open loop here.
Yeah.
How would you like it to be resolved?
I would, hey, dude, if you're the 23 uncle watching
Yeah.
this, it's not your fault. This is like a Goodwill Hunting situation. It's not your fault. You did the actual sickest thing you could have done.
You're Robin Williams.
Yeah, I'm Ron.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. I would hug you if I could, but
Yeah, but you can't.
no. Do your thing. Keep
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's the best resolution I can offer you.
Yeah, that's all we got.
What's your favorite movie that you've seen recently?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw The Odyssey, which is
Same.
maybe.
Saw it yesterday.
Did you enjoy it?
Loved it.
I thought it was a
Or 2 days
masterful
ago.
work of
I agree.
cinema.
Speaking of music,
Yeah.
Would you like to make a song about the Odyssey?
Yeah, probably.
Well, we actually have a surprise for you. If you go through,
You have a surprise for me?
if
yeah.
you reach your hand to the
through
left
that
of you-
curtain, there's something on the other side.
Oh, man. I should have known.
If
This
you'd
is
like to just
awesome.
maybe make a little ditty,
yeah,
Whoa.
a little tune
Oh, my gosh.
before we get
tune
to the
for
next
us.
story.
How can I?
You can move it wherever you
yeah,
need to.
yeah,
Yeah.
Do I look comfortable?
no.
You know what? We were talking a lot about Green Day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll do like a Green Day style
Oh
thing, 'cause
yeah,
it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
I
cover
love
of
that.
the Odyssey.
So what is
Amazing.
this song about?
The Odyssey. You
yeah,
just
Green
watched
Day
it. It's fresh in
inspired
your
the
mind.
Odyssey. Yeah. You're Odysseus.
I'm Odysseus? That's a crazy curveball to throw right before I start. Okay, I'm
Odysseus Green Day.
Okay. My name is Odysseus. I'm gonna travel far. Gonna take a bunch of guys on a boat because I don't own a car. I don't know what year it is. What year does the movie take place in?
No clue.
It doesn't matter because I'm gonna see my wife and kid when I get home. But before I do, I'm gonna swim in a whirlpool that was made by jet skis. But you don't know that until you watch a couple Instagram reels on your cell phone.
Wow.
Yay! That was great.
That was crazy.
Great is a strong word to use.
It was great.
Thank you.
It
Wait,
was really good.
So it actually was set in 1200 BC.
The year's 1200 BC, 1200 years before Christ.
That was perfect.
Okay.
That was really good.
Thank
This is
you.
the best part of my day.
Wow, holy.
I
We'll
think
go
it's
back
all
to
going
that.
downhill from here.
Yeah, I think it already went downhill. The Odysseus curveball really threw me for a loop.
I think you really nailed it. That was really good.
Wow,
we didn't
thanks.
tell Tom he was going to do this, so
Yeah.
thank
Hey,
you
thanks for the
doing it.
applause in the chat. That I don't know if I deserve that, but
You do. You do.
That was
Candles up.
really.
It was really good. I thought Green Day was here.
yeah, it's like Billy
Truthfully.
Joe's in the room.
We do have another story though. A stranger crashed the wedding I was DJing and nobody did a thing.
Yeah, it's like a classic thing that happens at weddings, isn't it?
This story is from back when I was still DJing weddings in the early 2000s.
Sick.
The wedding already was a little weird as they wanted karaoke. So I set up, leave all the song lists out, and start playing. Karaoke goes down a storm as turns out the best man and a friend of the bride can both belt out tunes. I got most of the crowd dancing, and aside from the old guy sitting alone at the bar, all seems fine. 45 minutes in, it takes a turn as said old guy comes over and asks, "When's it his turn to sing?" I ask what song he wants from the list. He then explains that the mother of the groom, Matji, invited him to sing, and he's meant to be doing a set. And he proceeds to hand me his set list. Oh, I know nothing about this. Not sure if it's a joke or just a friend of the mother of the groom wanting to belt out some show tunes. I tell him I know nothing about it and to speak to the happy couple. If they say to do it, then it's their day. He leaves and the groom appears and says to make his mom happy, just do it. By the way, this comes from MD_. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/showcase storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Savannah, and today we have a very special guest. Please introduce yourself and tell you what you do.
My name is Tom. I'm a musical comedian. I play in a band called Wolves of Glendale.
And thank you so much for joining us, Tom.
Thank you.
Tom's going to help us read some stories and be funny.
Taking notes?
Taking
notes on this?
I
Wow.
can't read those.
Look at
Whoa,
that.
that is
Psycho. Psycho handwriting.
Does it say
Oh
Odyssey?
my god.
Oh my God. Oh, well, yeah, it does say Odyssey. Oh no, it says old guy at the
Oh,
bar.
I thought it said Odyssey.
It looks
at
like
first.
Odyssey, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it
that's
does.
old
That's
guy.
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Opie says, so after that hurdle, I give him the mic. Decide I could do with a break anyway, so hit play on his track list and join the bride and groom outside for a smoke. Okay. Groom explains the old guy was never booked and was in fact a guy who was a singer at a wedding a few weeks prior. The bridal party and family didn't know him, but the mother of the groom said, "You should come and sing at my son's wedding." And old guy took that as confirmation he got a gig. Everyone laughs, but we notice there's a lot of people now in the garden too. The mother effer cleared the place of anyone under the age of 70. I point out the track list is close to 80 minutes long, and the groom panics, tells me to cut him off and get the party music going again. So I run back in, let him finish the song he's doing, then cut his music and mic. I thank him while wrestling the other mic from his hand and whisper, "The groom told me to cut you off," and then get the 3 people left inside to give him a round of applause. I start playing some dance stuff to try and get the party vibe back. Old dude is now pissed and quiet shouting at me for being unprofessional, rude, etc. I just tell him to take it up with the groom. It's his party. I'm doing what he wants. Old guy storms off. Alas, he does reappear with groom in tow, but he's only allowed 4 more songs to keep the mother of the groom sweet. And that's it, and to then kindly piss off. Old guy does his 4 songs. Mother of the groom is happy, and I play out the night, never to see the GateCrashing Wedding Singer again. Afterwards, I received a lovely message from the happy couple who tells me that after he finished his set, the guy, who only turned up because the 70-plus mother of the groom said to come along, demanded payment of 140 quid for 30 to 40 minutes of singing. Honestly, I'd kind of reasonable if mother of the groom said, "Hey, can you come sing at my son's wedding?"
I would argue that that's really low for a wedding gig.
For
actually.
30 to 40 minutes?
Yeah, that's a low rate.
Yeah.
Good deal.
I think you should pay him that.
Yeah.
In the end, the brother-in-law pays him £100 and gets him to leave. And afterwards, they found out the cheeky fecka.
Cheeky fecker.
A cheeky fecka. Also got a meal and several whiskeys at the bar.
Uh-huh.
How do you even stop gatecrashers like this? And that's the end of that story.
Yeah.
How do you stop gatecrashers?
I can tell you fairly easily how you stop. Don't invite them to sing at your wedding. He didn't crash. You invited him.
Yeah, he's not a gatecrasher if your mother says, "Hey, I invited this singer.
Yeah.
Can he sing?" And you say yes.
This was less of a wedding crashing story and more of like a communication breakdown.
Yeah.
This is the mom that didn't communicate with the bride and groom.
Mm-hmm.
Mom was just being nice. I bet you she was kind of buzzed at the wedding a few weeks prior.
Yeah, and she was like, "That was the best singer I've ever seen."
Sweet Caroline. I love Don't Stop Believing Me. You sound great. Come to the wedding.
More.
And then he does. And
Yeah.
honestly, in his shoes, because I used to play wedding gigs.
Yeah.
If I got invited to a gig that I thought was a gig,
Yeah.
and then I wasn't told when my set time was.
Yeah.
I wasn't told how much I was getting paid.
You get kicked off during
And then
the
I get
set.
kicked off halfway through. And this guy, if he's an older guy, he's not getting a lot of gigs these days in his later years. This is precious time. I might be team old guy.
I am team old guy.
Yeah.
I think justice for him. What's the strangest thing that's happened at a wedding gig for you?
Whoa.
Or just most
Strangest-
memorable?
Most memorable thing that's happened at a wedding gig.
Yeah.
A lot of the wedding gigs are unmemorable, to be honest with you. And I
They
know
all
that-
blur together.
Yeah, they all kind of blur together because it's always kind of the same. Like, I used to play dueling piano shows in New York.
How
and
cool.
it
I
was
love
really,
that.
It was super fun.
Yeah.
Incredibly fun gig in my mid-20s. I was in New York. I worked on cruise ships for a long time. I played a bunch of weddings, but a lot of the songs are always the same.
Yeah.
Like every night we're playing Tiny Dancer,
Of course.
Wagon Wheel, Piano Man,
Classic.
Don't Stop Believing,
Gotta.
Living on a Prayer,
Sure.
Sweet Caroline. Like I could go on. The songs are
Yeah.
always the same. And so I don't really remember any like insane stories.
Yeah.
Did anyone ever get mad at you for not like knowing a song that they requested?
Yeah, for sure. But that was more in like bar shows or on the cruise ships because people were drinking heavily.
Yeah. No, like, stop.
Yeah, it was always like
You know it.
you know it. And the worst is so like a show would be like 8 to midnight. It's
Yeah.
like a 4-hour set. And at like 8:30, someone would come up and ask for like Toxic by Britney Spears.
No.
And I'd be like, hey, I can play it, but I like, I have all these other requests on the piano and I don't really know it that well. And then like every 90 minutes, that person would come back up and get progressively drunker and more aggressive. And so by the end of the show, sometimes
Yeah.
you'd have like a really drunk person
Yeah.
trying to steal your microphone or like
Yeah.
spill whiskey on your piano.
Oh,
And that
yeah.
part is annoying.
That is frustrating.
Frustrating.
Yeah. You're just trying to duel the other piano.
Yeah, just trying to duel the other piano.
Just trying to win.
Come on.
Just trying to win the duel. Yeah. There was something that I
yes.
thought was kind of heartfelt on a cruise ship gig once.
Yeah.
There was, I used to work on Holland America cruise ships. And do you cruise? Do you ever
I've
cruise?
never cruised.
I
Okay.
love
Yeah.
cruising.
Okay, you love cruising. What cruise lines have you been on?
I've been on Royal Caribbean and Carnival.
Okay, and Carnival. Great. So I used to work on Norwegian and Holland America.
Fun. How
Holland
is
Am-
Norwegian?
Yeah, Norwegian's very fun. Holland America, average age is probably like 65. Like,
Yeah.
I met multiple people on these ships that would tell me they're there to. I'm not kidding. They would cruise until their clock
I've
ran
heard
out.
of these people.
Yeah,
They
they're
just like live there and they're like,
they love it. They get
Yeah.
to like see the Mediterranean or
Yeah.
see Alaska, and then just like live on a ship for like 3 months until they call it.
But like, wait, how old are the people who are telling you they're gonna?
I met someone that was 92.
Okay,
that had
I
been
thought they
there
were
for
like
like a year.
65.
No,
They're
I
like,
mean, no, I
I'm
never
here for
met
30
anyone.
more years.
They're always like much older people.
Yeah.
But one time I met a woman who was 92, and she asked me to play "Can't Help Falling in Love with You" by Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Because it was her husband's favorite song, and she had lost her husband a year prior. And she sat next to me on the piano, and I played the song, and it was like I turned to her afterwards,
Yeah.
and she like held my hand and said, "Thank you. That was one of the most special things that has ever happened to me." Which
That's
to me is like, I
beautiful.
play cover songs.
Yeah.
Right.
To like play a song to actually have a positive effect on somebody like that is like, I will remember that forever. Like
Yeah.
the look in
Yeah.
her face and her eyes was like, just a song. But
That's
to her,
beautiful.
it like brought all these memories.
You never
around.
know. That's what's
Yeah.
like crazy. It's like you just like do what people ask you because you're an entertainer, and it's just like that's what I do. I want to be here
Yeah.
to entertain, and then like you have no idea how much that affects someone else. And
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh. Okay.
It's it's
Music is profound.
Oh, and
Music-
music
Yeah.
is powerful.
music is legit. Hot take.
Yeah.
Music is
Hot
good.
take.
I don't know if you guys agree with this,
Music
I-
is good.
but we do have another story. I agreed to play a song I didn't actually know at my friend's wedding.
Whoa. Okay, this is on theme,
Yeah.
actually.
I'm a keyboard player who studied music at uni. I focused on contemporary music, jazz, blues, rock, pop, etc. Want to sit me in with musicians I've never played with and jam along with them? Easy. Want me to craft a specific sound for you on a synthesizer? Absolutely. Band leader asks me to take on an unprompted improvised solo? Fine. OP's a pro.
Yeah. What?
Want me to sight read a chord chart I've never seen before? Okay. Want me to, okay, it keeps going. Want me to play classical music note for note from a sheet though? Ugh, I struggle.
We're the same kind of musician.
Not,
can't do that.
not classical.
No, I can't
Yeah.
read sheet music very well at all.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm classically trained.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Why are you bearing the lead?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like a little bit.
Yeah. I'm classically
I'm classically trained, but I can't improvise.
I can only read bass clef. I was a trombone
You
player.
can't do treble.
It's really hard to do the right hand.
That's actually pretty baller, actually. That's cool.
I'm really good at the left hand.
I
Really,
love
can
your
you just
bass.
pretend that this is in bass?
Yeah.
Octave up.
Crazy call.
A few years ago, a bandmate asked me to play Claire de Lune at her
Oh, so
wedding
good.
ceremony. Beautiful. It had sentimental value to her. I thought I had learned it when I was a kid and said, yeah, sure. Now, I was a lazy student at the time and didn't start preparing for it until like 2 weeks before the wedding. It was then I realized that the Claire de Lune I'd learned as a kid was shorter, simpler version from what must have been a kid's book. The real version was in a harder key, had about 8 to 10 pages of music, and half of it I didn't even recognize.
This is a nightmare.
Yeah. I tried and tried to learn the real version in 2 weeks, but just couldn't. 2 nights before the wedding, I tried calling her to tell her I'd be playing a pre-recorded track. No answer, so I left a text and voicemail. She never replied, so I assumed she was just upset, which I accepted. By the way, this comes from a deleted user, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Savannah, and today we have a very special guest with us. Please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
My name is Tom McGovern. I'm a musical comedian, and I play in a band called Wolves of Glendale, a comedy band.
Yes, and thank you so much for coming in. And Tom's going to help us read some stories. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me here.
Of course, anytime. And Opie says, on the morning of the wedding, I arrived early as I was still accompanying another singer. We saw the bride. Her accommodation was next to the venue. And she said to me, I can't wait to hear Claire de Lune.
Oh, no.
It's terrible. Turns out she hadn't gotten my messages. The signal at the venue was non-existent, rural Scotland. Beautiful. So I'm sitting during the ceremony, and halfway through, once they've made their vows, the celebrant announces, and now the bride's talented bandmate and good friend, OP, will play Claire de Lune in remembrance of the bride's grandparents.
Dude, this is like a movie. This is
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, this is tough.
Ah,
Everyone looks at me. The place goes quiet. I don't know the tune. You don't even know the tune?
this is an actual nightmare that I've
Yeah.
had before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Speak on that.
Well, it's your.
Speak on that.
It's the classic, like you're about to walk out on
Yeah.
stage and you don't know your lines. This
Yeah.
is the same thing, but for a pianist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been in both places because I'm an actor and I play piano.
Oh my
And
god.
I've forgotten my lines
It's
and
a
I've
double
forgotten.
nightmare.
Yeah. It's literally the stuff of nightmares. I've literally had nightmares in the past about this exact scenario. When everyone's waiting for you to play something and you don't know it. I had my phone just under my seat and had it plugged into a small audio mixer right next to me. Is he going to pull a Freaky Friday?
I hope so.
Oh my gosh. Which was attached to the venue speaker system. Earlier that week, I'd bought a version of the piece on iTunes because I started to realize I wouldn't be able to learn it all in time. Oh my gosh. So the guy announced that I was going to play, and everyone was looking at me. I had the piece preloaded on my phone and subtly reached my hand down to press play without anyone noticing. The piece began to play, and I began to mime along on my keyboard.
This is actually a great
This is
thing
an
to do.
incredible story. I can't wait to see how this ends.
Which I turned down. The first minute and a half was fine because I learned that. The rest was awful. I just didn't know the piece. I was making it up. My hands were playing chords when the track was doing fanciful runs up and down the keyboard. When my hand imitated the fanciful runs, the track slowed down and played sparsely. He's like,
Yeah. Very obviously not playing this beautiful tune. Famous song.
yeah. I could feel the eyes of the people in the front row burning into me. It was without a doubt the worst experience of my life to date. The longest 4.5 minutes I've ever endured. After what felt like an eternity of awkwardness, the celebrant gave me the nod that they were ready for me to stop. So I took one hand away while two hands were still obviously playing the track. Sorry.
No.
So because, oh shoot.
Yeah, and it's still very obviously two hands playing.
I would have started playing with my feet at that point. I'd be like,
Surely.
look.
No hand.
Yeah, secondhand embarrassment is real on this one.
Faded the track down while turning my piano up and then played a short piano run in the same key on my keyboard to make it sound like I was ending it myself. The celebrant watched me do that with a confused look on his face. The best thing was that no one else noticed. If they did, they said nothing. The bride came up to me later that day and commented on how much it meant to her that I learned it. Is she going to listen to his voicemail? It was the worst thing I've ever done. By the way, the best thing you can do is listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. We've got a little bit left to this story. Any final thoughts
Before we finish it?
before we finish off? Have you
just-
been here? Have you?
No, I've never been in
Gone.
this exact situation, but I empathize with this
Sure.
person in a way that in any other story that we've read so far, I haven't. Even the American Idiot one?
Yeah, you weren't 23-year-old.
No.
Yeah, male.
No. Yeah, no, I've never been a 23-year-old male, so I can't empathize with that person. This is just like, this is my secondhand anxiety,
Yeah.
secondhand embarrassment is so strong.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else you would do.
Yeah.
Thank goodness that they had an iPhone to play
Yeah.
it on.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Otherwise
You're a
done.
classically trained
Sure.
piano player?
Yeah.
Okay. As a piano player that
Yeah.
could play that,
Yeah.
what would you do if you weren't prepared?
Oh, well, I can sight read, but not
Oh.
well.
Got it.
So it would be like a very slow, because Claire de Lune isn't super complicated chords
Towards
wise. Towards the end, yes, it gets more complicated. But the beginning, it's just like, you know, it's not,
easy.
it's not super complicated. So
I learned it in high school.
Yeah.
You could play it in high school.
I could probably get through the first page and it would be fine. And then after that, it would get a lot worse.
And then
But
you'd have to turn on the phone.
I'd be like, wait. Sorry, let me just do my right hand. I need to learn this.
Yeah.
Aw,
It just makes me anxious to think
Yeah.
about that
No.
that poor person. And then
It's
now
terrible.
he has to lie.
Yeah.
He has to continue to lie for the bride.
Yeah, he has to be like, yeah, I did that. That was me.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's getting paid for that.
I don't
For
know.
the
They said
gig?
it was a friend.
Probably not.
So
I would assume that he did that for free.
I hope he went, no, I don't want your money.
Yeah. If he
No,
if he
no,
took
please.
money for that, then I would say
he's
that-
evil.
Yeah.
There's a little bit left. Fast forward 2 years later when I was at a gig. My friend had been watching her wedding video with her husband the night before and noticed that nothing my hands were doing
Here we go.
matched the music being played through the speakers. She asked me about it in front of the whole band and I was forced to confess. Everyone laughed about it.
Okay.
It's now a running joke in my local circle of musicians that I'm the guy who mimes weddings. I still get asked to play a lot, but no one has ever asked me to play classical music since. Well, there you go.
There
you
you
never
go.
have to worry about that.
There you go.
And maybe say no next time.
Yeah.
if
Also,
someone does.
there's nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, I can't play this."
Can't do that. It's
Yeah.
not in my wheelhouse.
Not in my
Don't
wheelhouse.
know how to do it.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, he tried.
He did try.
Tried. And sorry, these stories are coming from actual
People.
that watch the pod.
Some are
Okay.
just, we find that we source them from Reddit.
Got
Some
it.
are from our audience.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So it's a mix.
tremendous effort from that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in so you said you haven't been in a situation like this. Have you ever been in a situation where you've forgotten? You're like, what's your most memorable, I forgot the words or the music?
Yeah, one really embarrassing one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
I used to work at this bar in Midtown Manhattan called Haswell Greens, and I worked in an all-request cover band. So it was like dueling pianos, but with a full band.
Sure.
And I worked there for like 2 years, and then I left the job, and so I'd like pop back in every few months to like hop up and do a song with the band with my buddies. And one time I was drunk, and I had like had a couple cocktails, and I used to do this is so cringy. I used to do "Without Me" by Eminem. I used
But it's
to
not cringy.
no, yeah. Unfortunately, it kind of is. And I came in one night and I was feeling myself. I was like 3 old fashions deep. I was like, dude, I just came from the show. I was like, let me hop up and do Eminem. And I started the first verse and I forgot all of it. And I was like standing on a table and like trying to like,
You're just
rap it. Yeah. And I was like slurring my words and stumbling. And I saw the whole crowd was like looking at each other like, who is this guy? Like, it was so...
You start going, and I'm a rap guy.
Yeah. And then I started doing a different Eminem song.
Switch
Mom
songs.
spaghetti.
I just kept saying "Mom spaghetti," and then I burped, and then the mic started feeding back. Yeah, it was bad. My other bandmate jumped in on the second
Yeah.
verse and just ended the song because I was too drunk to do
Yeah.
it.
Does he know the words?
He knew the words, of course.
Thank God.
His name is Nate. Nate's a genius.
And that's
He knows
called
all
yes
words.
anding.
Yeah. That's
called yes
improv.
anding.
Yeah.
That's called Tom Shouldn't Have Been There. That was pretty embarrassing.
That's great. No,
Yeah.
yeah. We've all been there.
Have we?
Yeah.
Well, would you like to play a rendition on?
Yeah. Could
the-
you
Yeah. Me on acoustic
you
guitar,
recreate?
sober.
please?
Yeah.
No, that actually you have to.
Actually, that's not a request. That's a demand.
That was demand.
So this is me seeing if I can remember "Without Me" by Eminem.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
Sober.
even better if you don't.
Sober on
Cool,
guitar.
sober.
That's
And we're
slightly
gonna
out
clip
of
this?
tune guitar.
Yes.
Oh.
I created a monster, but nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady and chopped liver. If you want Shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed, mixing some hard liquor, some vodka, that will jumpstart your heart quicker than a shot when I get shot at the hospital by a doctor when I'm not cooperating while he's rocking the tail while he's operating.
Wait, that is so good. That's gonna be ingrained in my mind for the rest of my life. I hope you're
man.
right.
Music, it brings me to
Are you crying?
I'm so emotional right now.
Dude, what I just did is equivalent to Miyazaki Orchestra at the Hollywood Bowl.
It really is.
It really is.
I'm just so moved by Eminem.
That was
That's
crazy.
awesome. Wow, I can't believe that's still in the brain. That's tucked back
And on
there.
acoustic
And
guitar.
on acoustic guitar,
Out
yeah.
of tune acoustic.
Yeah, really out of tune acoustic
Oh, whew.
at 12:45 in the afternoon.
My hands are numb.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's music for you, baby.
That's the power of music.
Takes over.
Oh, okay. We have another
I'm-
story.
Yeah, no, I am completely
She's so
ready for this
ready.
story.
Man, yeah. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect from this, but I definitely didn't expect to do that today. I thought this was going to be fun, but not that.
I thought this would be fun.
No, this is the dumb, but the good dumb.
Yeah.
This is the good dumb, yeah.
The good dumb.
But are you having fun?
I am having
Thank
fun.
God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Literally,
That would have been horrible.
literally crying.
Are you having fun though? I hope you're having fun.
Let's do a song about having fun.
Oh, man. We're doing another story?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I had the most terrifying moment of my life, and it was actually embarrassing.
Yeah, and this just in, water is wet.
It's currently 1 a.m. Oh no. This happened about 20 minutes ago. Oh no. 12:40. I am currently bawling my eyes out from humiliation and shock. What could have happened at 12:40? I will write out this event as if you were me. Okay. I will not include details before I knew them.
I'm a little confused off the bat, to be honest.
Okay.
Was that set up in an odd way, or am I crazy?
Yeah.
No, that was set up in a actually horrible way.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Grab the board and strap it.
Honestly, I'm gonna start.
Your OP, it's 12:40 in the morning.
A.M.
It's 12:40 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 12:40, middle of the night.
Copy.
That's all you know right now.
Okay, got it.
And she's having horrible.
Yeah. Oh, and you're
12:40.
also a 23-year-old woman.
Okay.
Okay. Now picture.
Just like my real life.
Just like my real.
Just like me right
Just
now.
like right now. Okay.
Look at that 23-year-old face.
Look at this 23-year-old female face.
Okay. It all started when I, female 23, got home late from work. We had a meeting after the park was closed. What park? And didn't get home until 10 p.m. I take a shower and smoke my dab pen.
Perfect.
That's
Yo.
you.
And now I'm paranoid.
I smoke my dab pen. Do people call them that?
I guess.
Yes.
For
What
them
would you
dab
call
pens.
them?
Like a weed pen.
Yeah.
Like a
I
vape.
agree.
Well,
I agree.
okay,
I
yeah.
smoke my dab pen. That's
I
like
dab.
someone...
Well, dabs are different.
Well, dabs are different.
A little dab of something.
A little dab
A little
of the
dab
pen.
will do you.
Yeah.
Little dab will go a long
Dab
way.
will go a long way. Sorry, go ahead.
While drying my hair.
I'll join her.
I then proceeded to forget the next hour. Oh.
That checks out.
So my hair was dry and I was playing Red Dead Online. I just got comfy when I hear my cat, Winnie, make a strange meow. My cat only meows like this when she sees something outside. It's like a low yowl and not a cute meow.
I was going to ask you to
One
do
more
it.
time.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, okay. It's changing every time, but it's getting better.
It's improving.
Yeah, it's getting better every time.
Sorry. I pause the game and take my headphones off. She's meowing in the living room. She runs into the doorway to my bedroom and meows again.
One more. There we go.
Whoa! I'm still being affected by Eminem. I follow her out into my living room, which is only lit by a nightlight. I see that my motion activated light is on outside. Winnie is looking through the blinds and meows again and again. The light goes off and then comes back on. I call my roommate, male 26. He's at work and gets off in an hour. Why is everyone at work at midnight?
Yeah, what?
What do you guys do?
There's a thing called night shifts.
Yeah, it could be at a bar, too.
That's, good point. I'm fried at this point and I'm thinking that I'm overreacting. Winnie meows louder and longer, over and over. I'm freaking out and a shadow from my patio moves. By the way, this comes from Siashi, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Savannah, and we have a very special guest here with us today. Please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
My name is Tom McGovern. I'm a musical comedian. I play in a band called Wolves of Glendale.
And thank you so much for joining us, Tom.
Thank you for having me.
Tom's going to help us read some stories, and in many ways, you're our musical guest today.
Yeah, kind of.
Right?
Yeah, I kind of have turned into that.
Yeah. Unbeknownst to you.
Mm-hmm.
OP continues. A few seconds later, there's a knock on the door. I feel my heart in my ears.
Whoa.
The heart beats.
Never have I ever heard that. I hear
Really?
like in
it's
your
like
throat.
dum, dum, dum. Yeah.
In your
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
My
Okay.
ears.
Sorry.
The heartbeats are really loud and everything's in slow motion. I'm staring at the door for what seems like about 30 seconds, but was probably only 2 or 3. I dart to my room, lock my door, and then was in my closet with a large knife.
All right. This is the
Wait.
dabs.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
She grabbed a knife and hid in the closet?
Yes.
Because someone knocked on the door?
At midnight.
But she has a roommate.
She's got a roommate. It might be her roommate.
Well, the roommate isn't there. The roommate's at work.
Yeah.
Right.
And her roommate might have come home.
And maybe her roommate got off of work.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's very high.
Yeah, I guess the dab pen is the...
Yeah.
All right.
Don't
go
forget
ahead.
the dab.
Sorry.
I don't remember if I got the knife before or after the knocking. That would be crazy if you got it before.
Yeah, before the knocking would be psycho. That would be crazy.
Now I'm worried for her.
Yeah, now I'm worried.
I'm on the phone to the police. My breath is incredibly shaky and raspy.
Oh, man.
I'm having memories of images of my family and friends rushing through my...
This is crazy.
Then I think of my parents and how I need to call them. But I'm on the phone with 911 telling them info and location. She's like, I actually need to hang up. I have to call my parents. And they're like, sorry, wait, can you tell us where you are? I'm mentally preparing to attack someone or be attacked. The 911 dispatcher was silent. She said there were 2 officers close. Silence. I ask where they are. She tells me they're turning into my apartment. I wait the most painful 30 seconds of my life. It seriously felt like 10 minutes. I hear voices at my front door. I hear the dispatcher's voice and she asks, "Did you order delivery?" Edit. Crap happens and we laugh and learn from it. Edit 2. Since I keep getting asked, yes, I still feel awful. Yes, I tipped the driver online, and no, the cops and the driver did not see each other. The driver dropped my food at the door.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my God,
That's
this
the
is such
end
a
of the
good
story.
eye story.
There were actually a ton of people in the chat saying DoorDash,
Yeah.
and they were right.
Yeah, she forgot the last hour of her life.
Yeah.
She ordered DoorDash.
Critical information right
Well,
here.
it's
Critical. OP
very-
is high right now. You're right. That's the variable that we can't forget about.
No, I mean, it's good that she has a knife. She can cut into her meal.
Yeah, that's
What
true.
notes did you write?
I didn't really even write. I didn't write much. 12:40 a.m. 23-year-old woman. And that's it. Well, because the story became
Yeah.
more coherent
Yeah.
as you
didn't
continued.
know.
It was
Sure,
just the
sure.
intro that was like, hold on,
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, there was a lot of questions at the beginning. I was
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
She didn't know what was going on.
She didn't know.
She was half gone.
I feel for her because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've never gotten so high that I've hidden a closet with a weapon. But I have definitely, every time I smoke, this is why I don't smoke anymore. I get incredibly anxious. Incredibly anxious.
I've been anxious off, just straight sober.
Yeah. I'm anxious all the time
Yeah.
without it. So
Yeah.
anxious with it is
I don't
worse.
need to be more anxious.
Yeah,
Personally. Yeah. But we got another story.
I know. I love this.
My future sister-in-law called my wedding tacky and ordered me to change everything.
Here we go. Let's dig in.
So a bit of context. I, 24 female,
Okay.
am getting married in September. That's you in a year.
That's me in 1 year.
You 1 year from now. I love that month since it's kind of between summer and fall.
Yeah, correct. The strong start.
It's kind of between summer and fallish. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Anyway, my fiance, 29 male, proposed to me last December. It's kind of between fall and spring.
Really good.
On my birthday.
Oh, what?
It happens with a year. I've met his family countless times. My future mother-in-law, father-in-law, and sister-in-law. They're all very cordial and friendly. Well, this mess started when I began organizing my wedding, which is very tedious but really exciting. We hired a wedding planner to see how we could mix our tastes and hobbies. He's a bit of a data computer nerd in coding. I call him my little hacker. And he...
Awesome. I didn't like that.
I didn't like it either. My little hacker.
My little hacker, my little hacker.
What was that? I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friendship is magic. And he loves the Matrix movies, which I still haven't seen. That's actually
Sophia
crazy.
Hat.
That is crazy.
I've seen one.
You just watched it.
Yes,
That's crazy.
No, but it's crazy that
I've
he
never seen
loves
it.
them and is
In
a
what
hacker.
context did you just watch The Matrix?
I visited my brother. He lives in New York.
Uh-huh.
I visited him and we watched it together.
Did he pitch it?
Yeah, he was like, "You have to see The Matrix."
He's right.
Yeah. Have you read the book that it's based off?
No.
Yeah. So
Is there a
it's-
book?
Yes, The Neuromancer. I read about 30 pages. It is hard to read.
Yeah, I mean the movie is hard to understand.
Yeah. It's tough. Anyway, we wanted to add little quirks whenever we could. Maybe some comp numbers and some Matrix references hidden in between our wedding invitations and decorations. I am a fan of Breaking Bad, a nerd when it comes to the Oscar race movies since I was little, and Ariana Grande. I know. What?
You know what?
What do you know? It's been so fun to see how we can mix it all together. Yeah, so just to be clear, the mix is computer science, The Matrix, Breaking Bad, Ariana Grande, and Oscar-nominated movies.
Sorry, this is a mix for a wedding theme?
This is a mix for a wedding theme.
Okay.
By the way, this comes from OK Run 2877, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Savannah, and we have a special guest today. Would you mind to introduce yourselves and tell us what you do?
I would not mind. My name's Tom McGovern. I'm a comedy musician. I play in a band called Wolves of Glendale.
And thank you so much for joining us.
I'm very happy to be here.
And before we get back into the story, if you were planning this wedding,
Yeah.
how would you include all of those different things?
Great question. Thanks
Yeah,
for asking.
you're welcome.
I wouldn't include them. I would start over. I would scrap it.
Start over.
I would scrap it
Yeah.
and meditate
You
for
sure?
a couple days.
Yeah.
And then I would say, what am I doing?
Yeah. Why am I here?
Why am I here?
Yeah,
Do I
yeah.
even want to get married to someone that wants to do this?
Exactly. Do you have a partner?
I do. I just got
Okay.
engaged.
Well, perfect.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. 23 years old, just got engaged.
Aw.
Yep.
Well, yeah. So you really are 24 female engaged.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I resonate with that part of it. The
Yeah,
rest
yeah.
of it, I don't vibe with.
Can I ask, what's your wedding idea?
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
talked about
Matrix.
this.
No way.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Matrix and
Yeah.
like a little bit of sci-fi and tech stuff,
Sure.
and a little bit of Ariana Grande.
Love it.
And what else was there?
Yeah.
Terminator or no?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
that
sure.
wasn't in this, but you can
Right.
be.
You
It's
should
your
put
wedding.
the Odyssey
Breaking
in
Bad.
that.
Oh, the Odyssey. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna
Bring it
walk
back.
down the aisle to that song I made up 30
Yeah.
minutes ago. No, I think we're both from Jersey.
Yeah.
So I think we're probably gonna get married on the beach in Jersey because we both love the
Lovely.
beach.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Seaside.
And Seaside. Yeah, we'll go to see where they filmed Jersey Shore season 1 in the house. We're gonna get
Could be a
married.
Jersey Shore
Get
themed
married in
wedding.
the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna get married in the
The
house.
shore house.
The shore house.
Mm-hmm.
No, we want to keep it like super casual. We don't
Yeah.
love the idea of spending like 50 grand on a
I think that's
Yeah.
too much.
wedding. It's too
yeah,
much.
it's too much.
And neither of us care about the like Cinderella fairy tale vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we might do like a bunch of beach chairs on the beach and
Love
just like
that.
do a casual thing.
That sounds awesome.
Fun.
Yeah, throw in a little Matrix.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, and then we'll screen the Matrix after
Have a
we
little
kiss each other.
bonfire.
Yeah.
After you kiss, the Matrix is in the
We'll do vows and then we'll sit and we'll watch the Matrix in its
Yeah.
entirety.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. This
Yeah.
is great.
You guys are both invited, by the way.
Thank you so much.
welcome.
And I'm gonna take that to heart, and I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
show up dressed as
Yeah.
Neo.
You can come and you can demand that you sing a 30-minute set that my mom said that you could do.
I go, your mom told me I
Yeah.
could do
No,
it.
your mom said that.
Yeah, my mom
and
told
then
you.
I'll forget how to sing
Yeah.
I was gonna say Pitbull Eminem
You
song.
could sing Pitbull. You can sing Timber
could
by
forget
Pitbull.
how to say a
Kesha.
Pitbull song.
And then I'll mime the piano.
Yes.
Yeah, you mime the piano. Yeah, you exactly.
Claire de Lune
Yeah.
mimed.
Maybe you're playing us down the aisle and you're miming.
Okay, I'll be there. 12:40 a.m.
Yeah. How many callbacks can we fit into one tag?
All of them.
All of them. We're forgetting something. Yeah, and then we'll listen to American Idiot in the car.
Perfect.
Back to the hotel.
Yes.
And
We brought it
invite
home.
8-year-olds.
Yeah, I feel like we
Right.
can end
Yeah,
there.
and invite all
Invite your
the
uncles and 8-year-olds.
invite all the 8-year-olds you know.
All your 8-year-old uncles.
Yeah.
But there's more to this story.
Okay.
Shockingly. Well, last week I invited over my mom, my future mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and both of my sisters to our third wedding planning meeting. They saw all that we had done and found it cute. I made sure that those little things were hidden well enough to not be seen quickly, but could be pointed out. My sister-in-law, out of nowhere, says that we should cut it, that it's too tacky. My fiance explains that we had both discussed it and loved the idea. She doubles down and says, we should be more classy. Girl, I looked at her and said that these clues were not only hidden, but would only appear on our wedding invitations. She looked at me like I was crazy, like she couldn't believe I said that. She said she was just looking out for me. She went on to say that we shouldn't have chocolate cake. It should be strawberry. Well, now she's getting a little wild.
Yeah, that's the craziest part about this.
Yeah.
Tacky.
Tacky.
So tacky. How my dress shouldn't be princess cut because it's too 80s. How I should dye my hair brunette because it fits my face. You know what? She started off normal.
Sorry, who is giving these suggestions?
This is
So that's the groom's sister.
Exactly. That
sister.
might be a flag for the whole wedding in
Family.
general. The whole
Yeah,
family.
I agree. At some point, it started to sound like orders. I looked at her and said, well, everything you just said I should change, I really like. So it's staying. Period.
Ooh.
Period.
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 I think it would have been better if I had cursed her out. No, I think the period really
Yeah.
solidified it. She didn't speak again, but by the end of the meeting, she pulled my partner aside and, according to him, demanded that I respected her more and her opinions. Since her dream has always been to plan a wedding, well, you could pursue it as a career.
Or like do it to your own wedding.
Sure, or do it to your own wedding.
Yeah. It's
If-
not your wedding.
Yeah, no. You're not 24 female.
You're not 24 female, unlike me in 1 year.
Yes. And I would be her future sister. So I should not place her aside. What? I mean, maybe. She's like super offended right now, and my partner suggested that I should maybe apologize. At first, I was like, there's no way. But I'm prone to act a little immature, and I wondered if I actually went too far. Am I the a-hole here? And we've got comments and I believe an update.
Oh.
Okay.
But what do you think? Do you think OP's the a-hole?
Is OP the a-hole?
Mhm.
No. Sister-in-law's the a-hole.
Absolutely. She just told her to dye her hair.
No. Sister-in-law has like control issues or wedding envy, maybe.
I think a little bit of both, it
Yeah.
seems. Do you have anybody in you don't have to name names, in your life who's trying to, it seems like, yeah.
Oh no, actually no. No, it's just
started
like,
laughing.
I just think it's a funny thought.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
literally don't, but that would be such a
great.
bummer if I did.
Yeah, it would suck.
Yeah, that would suck.
You'd have to stop talking to them.
I'd have to stop talking to that
Yeah,
person.
kick them out.
Yeah, do I have anybody in my life like this? That would-
Well, anyone who's trying to give you,
Yeah, have you
Thoughts
gotten
on your
people like in your family or like friends to be like, oh, you should do this for your wedding?
Yeah,
like, any
yeah.
like weird suggestions? or
Surprisingly, not yet. There
Okay.
haven't been. I think because since day one, we've been, and me and my fiance's vibe are both very. It's clear that we like don't give a crap about
Sure.
the formality of it. So it's like no one's like, oh, you should do it at this venue or you should do it with this. Like.
yeah,
So we haven't received a lot of that yet.
that's good.
But as we get closer, who knows?
you don't, yeah,
I hope not.
could be around the corner.
Could be around
I
the
hope
corner.
not for your case, for your sake as well. But we got comments.
All right.
Natash Overworld says, apologize for what? Not letting her take over your wedding?
Yeah.
Ask him if she's always trying to take over things or if this is targeted at you.
Yeah.
Not the ale. And OP says, it's just weird because even when she suggested I should dye my hair, she said I should use the same box dye she uses.
something. Oh.
Dude,
Don't love that.
this is that's a wild
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Keep
her
'em out.
fault.
Leslie Trolls says, not the a-hole, but she has a point. Uh-oh. It does sound super tacky. And OP says, yeah, kind of. But also, if I want to place Ariana Grande dressed as the guy of The Matrix, hacking into a computer while holding an Oscar, maybe I will. Okay.
Okay.
And you know what? You can.
And you can.
You
That's
can
your,
do that.
It's your right.
It's your prerogative.
Zip Tag says, look on topic, not the a-hole, and your fiance needs to tell her this wedding is for you guys and you'll have it how you like. Repeat as needed. She's being insane. Side topic, how can someone who is into movies and based on your post history, at least open to science fiction, not have seen The Matrix, your fiance's favorite film? That's what I'm asking. Why haven't you watched it? OP says, everyone keeps asking why I haven't watched The Matrix, and I get it.
This is like a two-tiered issue here.
Yeah. Why haven't you watched The Matrix? And also your sister-in-law's the worst.
Yeah.
But part of our dynamic is kind of that he's watched The Matrix and you haven't. Okay. He's like a young millennial and I'm more of an older Gen Z. Our tastes are a bit different and he's much more reserved than me, but I like that. Okay. To answer your question, after some time of making plans of watching them, we promised each other at our honeymoon I would watch all the Matrix movies or prequels or whatever they are with him, and he would listen to all of Ariana Grande's albums and watch 2022 Best Picture winner Everything Everywhere All at Once with me. That is a great movie.
It is a good movie, and also I think that this is a fairly solid negotiation.
Yeah.
Like all of the Matrix movies weighed against Ariana Grande entire discography. Is that what she said?
Yes.
So good.
And
I just went and saw
everything. So she gets all of
She
the
gets a
songs
lot.
in the movie.
Oh, wait. Plus 2020 Best Picture winner Parasite.
Whoa.
She gets a lot more
She
than
is-
he does.
She's getting more out of this deal.
Oh, yeah. And she just has to watch all of them. How many are there?
I think there's 4.
Look it up.
I think there's 4 Matrix.
Oh, that's a lot.
Matrix 1, Revolutions,
Yeah.
Revelations.
There are
There's 4?
4 here.
Bam. Not that I am even proud that I know that. I don't think I've seen all 4 of them.
I've only seen
Have
the
you?
first.
Oh, no, you only saw the first.
Yeah,
Recently.
famously.
Yeah, the first one's good.
It was good.
First one's good.
We have The Matrix. We have The Matrix Reloaded.
Okay.
We got The Matrix Revolutions.
Three
and
for
The
three?
Matrix Resurrection.
Resurrection.
They really like the re.
Yeah, the re.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the last one is not good.
I think I've also heard that. Update. As we were having breakfast, I told him that it didn't feel great how he told me I should apologize over setting boundaries on our wedding. He said he understood and his sister was definitely in the wrong, but that she's too sensitive and can take things very badly. He said he could talk to her if I didn't want to, but I'll have the rest of my life dealing with her, so I just thought I need to learn how to handle her this early. So yeah, I call her, and I began by asking how she was. I kid you not, she immediately responded with, I thought you called me to apologize.
Ugh, this girl sucks,
She
dude.
does suck.
She sucks.
Girl, excuse me? I fully said, well, no. I'm calling to thank you for your suggestions, but I'm sticking with what I chose. Bruh. It was giving temper tantrum. She said, I'm only trying to help. It's like stopping a future car crash, you know? I hang up. I told my fiance, and he agreed what she said was messed up. She began calling him nonstop, which I think is crazy, but he's ignoring her. Her text messages to him are like, what did she tell you? Are you ignoring me? She got the wrong idea. I'm your sister. Oh, there's another update.
Okay.
After 3 months and 14 days, It got to a point where I understood how she moved and acted through my fiance's fam, and I haven't been able to update since the wedding planning ain't for the weak. But yes, she tried to call my brother for days after telling me that her opinion on my wedding was like trying to prevent a car crash. I took some advice for my post and literally just kept moving. Well, at one point, probably a week after, my mother-in-law came over to my house not to have a conversation with him or us, but with me. She told me my future sister-in-law always had an attention problem. And while exhausting, she never means to hurt or insult anyone. I told her I understood, but that either she could stop nagging me about our preferences for the wedding, or I could no longer bring her in for the preparations.
Mm-hmm.
She agreed to talk to her. Fast forward to the next day by like 5:30 p.m. Now she was DMing me on Instagram like a mad woman, telling me I was being a witch over an opinion she gave when I invited her over to see my wedding planner, that I couldn't understand the bond she had with her brother, how she prays he will divorce me by next year so he can be himself again. I blocked her. We've got a little bit left to this story. Any final thoughts?
I mean, I've kind of checked out of this story because I'm just so abhorrently against everything that the sister-in-law stands for.
Yeah, basically she's just complaining.
She just is such a bummer.
She's a bummer.
As a person, yeah. It's like I don't think that there's anything that you can do to solve this problem other than distancing yourself from a person like that.
I agree, and it seems that everyone knows that she's a bummer.
Yeah.
So let's keep her at arm's length.
Also, but what is the OP's fiance, husband,
Yes.
brother of sister-in-law? What is his role in all this?
Well, it seems like he keeps trying to say, "Oh, just apologize," and then
To OP.
telling OP to apologize.
I disagree with his stance too.
I agree.
If this is I have two sisters and a
Yeah.
brother. If one of my sisters was trying to involve themselves in my wedding in that way, I would just have a serious conversation with my sister.
Absolutely.
And say, dude, you're being insane.
Yeah. I
Stop
don't
it.
think it's worth it to have OP just because she's going to be around for a long time.
Yeah.
To have to deal with the conflict.
No, I think it's OP's fiance's responsibility as much as it is. And OP tried.
Yeah.
OP picked up the phone and said, "Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
I want to say, this is my wedding." Like,
You didn't apologize.
yeah, no. I'm out.
Agreed. Got a
Wait,
little
Tom,
bit left.
where are you in the line of siblings?
I'm second of 4, so I have an older brother, then it's me, and then I have 2 younger sisters.
Nice.
I'm 3 to 4.
Third of 4?
I'm 3 to 4. Older
Okay.
brother, older sister, me.
I'm
Younger
2 of
sister.
2.
Nice. 2 of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blah,
You're the
blah,
youngest?
blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
But we got a little left.
All right.
I talked to my fiance. I put it all on the table. I even grabbed some phrases I saw in response over my original post. I told him I could no longer keep it going this way. Either she stops trying to insult me and our wedding, or she's not getting invited. After some talking, he agreed. He called his sister and explained. She exploded at first, calling me a wicked witch and how I changed him. Girl. After some days, though, she actually apologized to me through Instagram after I unblocked her, since she texted my fiance she wanted to make peace, and I accepted it. She hasn't really said anything after that. And while I don't know if she's planning to say something more in the future, I think everything will go smoothly in September. Oscars, Matrix, Ariana, indeed, had a small cameo on my invitations. And yes, I finally saw all the Matrix movies with my fiance. They're very interesting.
That's all she has to
They're
say.
very
That's
interesting.
what she has to say about
yeah,
the Matrix?
It's period. They're very interesting. Period. She didn't like them.
Yeah, I mean that story was just like, that could have been a 2-sentence story.
It could have been. It could have been my sister sucks.
And I hate her.
Yeah, tried to plan a wedding, my sister sucks.
Yeah.
That's that story.
The end. The end.
The end.
Yeah.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys use period in your average day-to-day?
No.
My
No.
sister does.
How old's your sister?
A year younger than me, so 27.
Okay.
It's not personally my thing.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
Even as a 23-year-old woman, I can't.
I can't.
I can't.
How do you end your sentences?
How do I end my sentences?
Yeah,
I usually
If
just
not
stop
with a
talking.
period.
If not with a period.
If not with a period, how do you do
yeah,
that?
period. So
Okay,
correct
okay.
me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
And I don't know if there's anyone in the chat that can
Well,
double
you're
check
wrong.
this as well.
No.
I'm wrong. Okay, first things first, I'm wrong. Yeah.
First things first. Well, wait. He's a
First thing-
23-year-old woman. He might
No,
be
he's
right.
right. You have
If,
to be right.
if I'm a 23-year-old woman, I might be right.
Yeah.
If I'm a very obviously 33-year-old man,
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. Oh, you are
Period.
33.
I am 33.
I thought you were just saying, I think I
No,
look
no,
like
I am.
Okay.
Oh.
You said I look 29,
Yeah.
which I appreciate.
Yeah.
I would say bubbly water is better than still water, period.
Yes. Yes,
That
and I
That
would
is
agree.
correct.
Okay.
And because I agree, it's even more correct.
Okay. So I could say period, and then you could also say period.
Yes. Then
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, and then it's
Yeah.
kind of back and forth.
Period. Okay. So can we just try that as an exercise?
Yes,
Like I'll say
yes,
something, and then if
yeah.
we all agree, we all say
Of
period.
course.
Okay. I think golden retrievers are the cutest kind of puppy. Period.
Puppy. Period.
Period. I'll take
period.
that.
I had to think about it. Period.
Period. And
Period.
sorry, just to clarify, what is this?
Oh.
This is just like I agree.
Oh.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of
it's
like
like-
a snap. Like you can.
Yeah.
You can
It's like-
period. or
Yeah,
you can,
but-
It's like a silent.
But
yeah,
this
yeah.
tiny silent crab thing is just
It's
like,
like
a
you're
cuter.
like imagine you have these are two hands.
Yeah.
those.
Oh, okay.
You're
Yeah,
clapping.
Period.
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 Okay.
Yeah, you can do two.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
too much though.
I saw that there were a lot of people in the chat born in the 70s, so
Yeah.
take this information
Yeah.
and blow
Take it
somebody's
forward.
mind out there today.
You go period.
Period.
All right, we got one more story.
Okay.
My girlfriend posted a long apology online, and it really pissed me off.
Okay, what did you do?
I, 28 female, have been dating my girlfriend, 38 female,
Okay.
for about 6 months. Okay. I've had a crush on her for years. Oh. And when we were finally both single at the same time, I asked her out. At first, everything was great. But then I started to realize that I initiate almost everything in our relationship. From planning dates to having spicy sleep to even just sending a cute text saying hi. None of that happens unless I do it first. This has obviously become a point of contention, and for the last several weeks, my resentment seems to be getting even worse, and I'm seriously considering breaking up with her. Everything came to a head the other night, though. She has kids from a previous marriage, and she called me up to tell me that the date I had planned for us had to be canceled because something came up with her kids. Her daughter, who gets obsessed with getting good grades, almost to the point of concern, was freaking out about a geometry test the next day and having trouble calming down. I get her. She's me. I was disappointed, but honestly not surprised. This wasn't the first time she canceled a date with me. At least she had a good excuse this time. By the way, this comes from FetLife Apology Post. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/showcase storytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Savannah, and today we have a very special guest with us today. Please tell us your name and what you do.
My name is Tom McGovern. I'm a comedy musician. I make videos on the internet, and I also play in a band called Wolves of Glendale.
And thank you so much for joining us. Tom's going to help us read some stories.
Very happy to be here.
Appreciate it. And OP continues. Anyway, a couple of days later, I was chatting with my friend Maddie, and Maddie was talking about how she saw Crimson Peak. Editor's note, 2015 movie. Yeah, familiar.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
She and I were talking about it, and she said something like, I really liked it, but your girlfriend didn't think it was Del Toro's best work. Uh-oh. It sounds like she maybe wasn't with the kids.
Uh-oh.
To which I replied, wait, you and my girlfriend saw it together? And Maddie said, yeah. And I said, when? She said, on Wednesday. Wednesday was the night my girlfriend and I were supposed to go on a date. Wait, what about her daughter? What about her daughter? She and I were supposed to go on a date, but she canceled on me because her daughter was panicking about a geometry test. She didn't mention any daughter when we got together. Cue me getting really upset. Although I didn't say anything to Maddie at the time. Like, seriously? Using your kids as an excuse to get out of a date? I was getting really effing sick of this crap. So I called up my girlfriend and said we needed to talk. She came over later and I told her that she lied to me about why she had to cancel our date. My girlfriend went white as a sheet, but didn't say anything. I kept asking her why, but she just sat there and stared at the floor. This is too much for Crimson Peak.
Yeah.
She didn't even like the movie.
She doesn't even like the movie.
She was like, it wasn't Del Toro's best work. What is Del Toro's best work in your opinion?
If I'm thinking about this correctly,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would be Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, great film. Haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
Or Frankenstein. You haven't seen it? Great. You led with great film. What have you seen?
Frankenstein.
Period.
Great film. Great
Okay.
film. I love Frankenstein.
Was that right?
Yes.
Perfectly
Yeah.
timed.
Period.
That was great.
Okay.
Period.
Frankenstein, period.
I finally just told her to leave before I really started losing my crap at her. And right before she got up, she said, without looking at me, I'm sorry. She and I are both active in an online community, sort of social network built around a shared interest. A couple of hours after our fight, or rather my demanding to know why she lied to me and her just sitting there like a rock, I go online and suddenly notice that she's made a post there titled something like, hurting those you love. In the post, she's being very vague, In a way I find obnoxious because it's so obvious she's talking about me. But she's talking about how she hurt someone she really cared about, how she's been in a lot of harmful relationships, how this is the first one she's been in a long time where she actually feels safe. And that really scares her. So she put up a lot of walls, and that's why she did what she did. It kept going, but I had to stop. The more I read it, the angrier I got. And what it made it worse was all our mutual friends were commenting on it. They were all rallying around her, telling her that it's understandable why she did what she did, that she has a beautiful soul and anyone should be able to see that all she needs to do is apologize and everything's going to be all right. At this point, I wanted to throw my laptop at the wall. My blood is boiling right now, just thinking about it, and I'm struggling to be coherent in this post. She's always shutting me out and turning me down, and when I finally call her out on her crap, instead of apologizing properly to me in private, she prostrates herself in front of all of her friends. It just makes me so mad. I'm basically done with this relationship. Part of me wants to comment on that post and answer every single line of it. And I won't, but God, I want to. Now, all of our mutual friends think she's this wonderful person who's made a little mistake. And I'm worried I'll look like a witch if I dump her now. Advice, please. And we do have an update.
Okay.
What does OP do in this situation?
Break up with her.
Yeah. It's only 6 months in.
Dude, I have just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm like.
Speak on it.
Yeah, speak on that. Speak on that.
Speak on that.
Speak on it.
Speak on that.
That was my next thing.
Speak on that.
Speak on, speak on that.
Speak on that, period. Maybe it's now that I'm in my
30s.
mid-30s.
Sure.
You mean you're
Well, you're not.
20,
You're early
23.
30s.
My early 20s, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
early
You're
20s.
right. Early 30s. I'm 34 in August, though, so I'm like basically there.
It's around the corner.
It's around the corner.
Yeah. What day?
August 27th.
Wow. Exciting.
Virgo.
Yeah, Virgo.
Virgo alert.
I didn't know that. But
Who's a
yes.
Virgo in here?
I'm a
No,
Cancer.
I'm
Cancer.
Sagittarius.
Okay. All right. I don't know what that means. It's fun. A lot of laughing. The very short answer is
Yes.
I have just so little patience for anything that isn't hell yeah.
Yeah.
In every aspect of my life.
Yeah.
Like, unless immediately your instinct is like, I feel great about this. I love this.
Yeah.
Leave.
Why? Mm-hmm.
That goes for relationships. That goes for jobs. That goes for friendships. There's not enough time and energy to
Yeah.
open yourself up for people that aren't like lifting you up.
Commitment is cool.
Yeah.
I like commitment.
Commitment is cool.
Yeah.
And I don't mean lifting you up as in like making you the star of the show. I just mean like making your life more coherent and
Yeah.
happy and positive. You know,
More,
Yeah.
yeah.
more. Yeah.
More hell. Period.
Period.
Period. and I agree.
And I agree.
Yeah. That's advice for you, OP. Take
Yeah.
it.
Break up, OP.
Break up.
Get out of there.
Get
Not too
out
late.
there. Update. On to the update. It's got some good and it's got some bad. Most importantly, though, I did indeed break up with my girlfriend. There we go.
There we go.
A few days ago, after posting, I tried calling her with the intention of asking her to meet up so I could break up with her in person.
Okay.
But she never answered the phone, or it would ring a couple of times and go straight to the voicemail. After a few days of this, I finally just stopped giving an F. I broke up with her over text. Oof. This might get me some flack, but as far as I'm concerned, she lost her privilege to a face-to-face breakup conversation after ignoring me for 4 days straight.
Mm-hmm.
I texted something like, "Look, I wanted to do this in person, but you won't return my calls. I'm breaking up with you. This relationship isn't working, and I'm not sure it ever really did. Please don't post about this online in vague terms or otherwise. Take care of yourself." I never got a response.
That's hilarious
Yeah.
because
She
he's
what?
now posting it online.
Yeah.
In vague
Yeah.
terms.
Wow.
How the turntables.
Please don't do that.
Uh-huh.
In
Like
Savannah?
immediate.
And then literally does it.
Period.
Oh.
Period. And to my genuine surprise, she listened to me about not talking about it publicly. Besides a few very vague status updates, such an awful day today, and other similar BS, not a peep. I went out for drinks with friends that night, a lot of them mutual with my ex, and instead of taking her side, several of them said they'd noticed for a while that the relationship seemed really one-sided. When the apology post came up, the general reaction was, "The F was that all about? Is she 12? Still, it's not a breakup without some drama, right?" Sigh. A friend was moving to another city, and about a week ago, he threw a going-away party at his house before he left. I knew my ex was going to be there, and this would be the first time we would see each other since we broke up. Well, since before we broke up, since I didn't get to do that in person. I was really nervous and honestly considered not going to the party, But I knew this was going to be the last time I would see my friend for a while. So maybe this was a bit petty, but I got my hair, nails, and makeup done and put on the spiciest dress I own. I'm realizing OP is a woman. Just so my ex could get a look at all the good crap she was missing out on. When I got to the party, it was a pretty emotional moment when I saw her. She was looking beautiful as always. We exchanged an awkward hello, and then I pieced the heck out to the other side of my friend's house. I managed to avoid her for most of the night and had a really good time. But as the night got later and later and more people were leaving the party, it soon was just me, my ex, our friend who was moving away, and a handful of other people. We were all hanging out in the living room, and all things considered, we were actually having a good time. My ex and I even had a couple of small conversations that weren't too terribly awkward or weird. Been there. But at around 2 a.m., nothing there.
He hasn't been there.
No, it's just funny. There was like the vibe of an awkward conversation. Been there. Yeah.
But around 2 a.m., my friend and the 2 or 3 other people went outside to have a smoke, and it was just me and my ex sitting alone together. I immediately felt the tension between us jump up to about an 11, and the awkwardness was so thick you could cut it with a knife. I started shifting around uncomfortably and saying the most awkward crap, just trying to fill the silence, while my ex just sat there. She finally cuts through my ramblings by saying, "We need to talk." I start laughing uncomfortably and tell her, we can't talk here. Not at our friend's party. We can talk after or another time, but not right now. But she cuts me off and says something like, "I have something to say to you. I just need to say it, then I'm done. It was really messed up to break up with me over text." That caught me completely off guard. I was left speechless for a moment before I finally sputtered out something like, "You ignored all my phone calls." She said she was trying to give me space. She said she didn't want to call me back until she was sure I had cooled down enough and wouldn't be mad at her anymore. She's like, "I was just waiting it out."
Yeah, what?
I told her that if she had let me make that decision for myself, she would have gotten a breakup in person. We went back and forth a little more. I don't remember exactly what was said since my adrenaline was pumping pretty hard at this point. But I do remember saying something about how she treated me poorly during our relationship. In response, she pulled out the whole, "I have baggage and I put up walls to protect myself. I didn't mean to hurt you." And OP says I just completely lost my temper at her. I started to yell at her. I remember yelling, "Just because you didn't mean to do something hurtful doesn't change the fact that you did something hurtful." The rest of it is kind of a blur, but I remember saying to her that I didn't mean to is not a get out of jail free card. Having baggage is not an excuse to treat someone, especially your own girlfriend, like crap. Lying to your girlfriend and using your kids as part of that lie is a really effed up, hurtful thing to do. And she needed to own that, not blame it on her past relationships. There were a few other things I said, but I can't remember. After I let all that rage and fury loose, my ex was crying. I was crying too. All our friends were coming back in at that point from smoking, being like, "Oh, what the heck is going on here?"
Okay, sorry. Can we pause for a second? Or is that you as your friend's high?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Did they clarify they're smoking or was it nicotine?
It just says smoking.
Okay, yeah.
I assumed. I took a choice.
I like
made
the
a
choice.
Yeah, thank you.
Brought me there.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I've checked out of this story. I don't care.
That's me every story.
I don't care. Where is this going to go beyond the corner that we've been dancing for 10 minutes?
They're broken up.
They're broken up.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
Your ex-girlfriend is a bummer.
Yeah.
Go meet someone that is worthy of your time and your respect.
I agree.
It's wasted energy.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about this.
Hang out with your friends that are freaking
They're smoking. You could have gone outside with them.
token.
Token smoking.
Period.
I don't remember what I said in response, but I basically grabbed my stuff and ran out the door. And the next day, she posted something titled, "I'm stronger than this," or something equally stupid. And I skimmed it, but there was so much effing BS about how she experienced something traumatizing, but she isn't going to let it hold her back. And she deserves so much better. And I don't even have to know. It was such BS. It was all BS. Our whole relationship was BS. There was a big part of me that wanted to leave a comment that said, "Girl, don't even front." I didn't. Instead, I deactivated my account. And that's the end of the story. And there we have it.
Wow.
We've reached the conclusion.
That last chunk that you read that was like a 5-minute stanza, that was an update?
Yes.
The update was as long as the story.
Yeah.
That was a second story.
That's the whole second story. Usually they are.
Really?
Some can be very long.
There
These
were a couple
short
updates that
stories.
were short.
Yeah. We've had like 3,000 word stories.
Wow.
They get pretty long.
Wow.
We try and keep them short to you.
Yeah,
For you.
For me.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
know
see, because we already knew you were
we
going
knew
to
your
check out.
attention span.
Right, because you knew you could see me fading. You could see me eyes
Yeah, yeah.
closing, me thinking about period.
Yeah. And then you were thinking about periods.
And I was thinking about
yeah,
periods. And then I was thinking about
You're a
my
23-year-old.
notes for my last story.
23-year-old woman.
23-year-old woman till 40.
Yeah.
I didn't even take any notes on the last one. Because I knew. I was like, the vibe is off.
The
Sometimes
vibe
I
is
take
off.
notes and then I
Something's
just
wrong.
start doodling and then I
Yeah.
just agree with Sophia.
Oh, okay.
Not a bad idea.
So when Riley was like, "Oh, Sophia, you take control," it's really just because you just haven't heard anything.
I have checked out
Okay,
and
okay.
I'm
Correct.
like, when's the next story?
Yeah, sure.
Check
sure.
this out.
Yeah, please. Is this a? Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy. Not
Pretty
the
crazy.
S.
oh,
Check
I
this out.
remember.
Pretty
I remember
cool.
learning that in school.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
That's in there, like the lyrics to Without Me by Eminem.
Yep. It's somewhere in there.
It's somewhere deep in
somewhere
the confines of my
Um,
23-year-old female brain.
but we'll finish up.
Okay.
So thank you so much for coming on.
This is so fun.
I had a blast.
Me too.
And if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
And we love you.
And
see you tomorrow, period.
Hey, don't leave yet. We've got some stories that we think you'll enjoy, so stay tuned for the next one.
My husband has been ignoring me, but giving my mother his full attention.
Is he married to your mom?
Didn't think so.
Yeah.
He struggles to listen to me at all, but when my mother and he are together, it's like I don't exist.
Immediate red flag.
Yeah, that's
He
weird.
struggles to listen to you at all?
Yeah, already, you lost me there.
What?
This has been an issue ever since he was first around her. She's very talkative and tends to talk people's ears off. For whatever reason, she's zoned in on him, speaking more to him than she ever has to me. By the way, this comes from Professional Stick 363, and if you want to submit your own stories, just go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. Easy peasy. So he would get irritated by it, or so he claimed, but he would still engage. He said he did so because she would get upset if he didn't, which was and is still true. When he spoke to me for just a minute, she said that she was being ignored. I would get upset because I didn't speak much, and most of what I was saying was important. I felt like he couldn't tell her to hold on and prioritize what I was saying. I tried to ask him if he wanted me to order him something for dinner one time. I was running out of time to order, and he kept looking over and then looking back at her. He snapped that he couldn't talk to both of us at the same time. I said I felt like he was ignoring me. I was already upset over other things that had happened that day. When we got back to where we were staying, I asked if I could talk to him about it, doing so calmly, as he always said that I didn't do that, and that this was why it led to an argument. I don't like this guy.
No.
I really don't like this guy saying like, "Oh, you never do it calmly."
Starting an argument. Like, why are we
Yeah.
with this man?
Like, which
Easy
I guess could be true
break up.
sometimes, but I don't know. It
I
feels
don't
off.
buy it from him.
Feels off. Well, within seconds of me asking, he was yelling at me, punting things, and threatening divorce.
Divorce this man.
Yeah, just do it. Just be
Literally
like,
from the
okay.
first sentence, divorce him.
Yeah, we're on slide 12 out of 58 in this story.
Divorce.
We're
Easy.
already so against this man.
There's nothing redeemable.
I don't like him. When we were last here, I didn't say much, as usual, and whenever I did, he would get frustrated. He would say that he was overstimulated and couldn't talk to both of us at the same time, that he needed to be left alone. He's done the same on this current trip, though I am not the one causing his overstimulation. It seems he takes it out on me anyway. I struggle to believe he's experiencing it because a while back, he said he was, and that he had a headache, but then immediately went back to speaking and joking with her. When I got upset and said that I felt like he was unfairly taking it out on me, that I wasn't doing anything wrong, he acted like I didn't understand his overstimulation. He refused to listen to me or acknowledge what I was saying. When I said he gives most of his attention to my mother, he said, "Can I not choose how and who I want to interact with?" Which would mean he is actively ignoring me. The crazy thing is that he's a hypocrite as always.
Dude,
Every single sentence
You don't
about
like
this
your
man.
husband. You literally don't like your husband.
And you shouldn't. I don't like your husband.
I don't like your husband, but you don't like your husband. So why are you with your husband?
He sounds incredibly emotionally manipulative.
yeah.
And
Like, oh, can I not choose who I spend time with? Sure, you can choose, but why are you with a person that you don't want to spend time with?
yeah, it's always the people that are like, if you bring up an issue, they
Yeah.
immediately flip it back on you.
Yeah.
It's
come
like,
on.
oh my goodness. It was days later that I snapped and told him to hold on when she was speaking to me, overwhelming me in the process. He told me not to say that, not to take it out on him, and that it was her bothering me. This is literally what she told you, sir. And that's the thing about people like this, is that since you've used this argument against them, they know how much it means to you.
Yeah.
And it actually, like, you know, holds like
Weight,
value
yeah.
or weight, for you. And so then they know that that's gonna get you
And then you're gonna be like,
back. Yeah. He said this twice, the only times that I've done it. When I said he was a hypocrite and asked why he couldn't acknowledge it or apologize when I said it, he said that he was sorry. Who knows? Maybe he was only saying it because I had. Either way, I don't like it. Every day it's the same thing whenever she's around. When we all go out together, I can only speak to him when she's out of the car. Otherwise, she will speak over me or seem to get bothered that his attention isn't on her.
dude, you need to leave your mom.
Yeah, you gotta talk to your mom about this too.
Yeah, like honestly, just like, why are you still there? You gotta get out of there.
Tonight we got dinner to cook at home. When we got back, they were talking in the kitchen. I asked if I could put the chicken out. I had to keep asking, with him only responding after she left and blaming his not listening on the fact that she was talking to him. He was going to put the rice on and asked where the pans were. She had just shown me, so I told him. He didn't take in what I was saying and called for her. I left the kitchen, and when I came back, the rice was on. She was standing right in front of it. Now, this is an issue because she spits when she talks. It's something that bothers both of us. When we go out to eat, I cover my food. Dang. The last time we ate out, he got spit on. Now he is reluctant to go out to eat because of it. He would know that I wouldn't want her in front of the food. When I commented on her being near it, he said that she wasn't that close. I started stirring the rice, which unbeknownst to me had only been on for a few minutes. Because I didn't know that, I was confused as to why it wasn't getting hot. I kept asking him, and it took several times for him to say that it hadn't been long.
Dude, this is like, if I was in, as someone who does get overstimulated, if I was in this space, I would have a breakdown.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining this. So you have OP's mom who's like, and she's spitting.
Yeah.
And then OP's like, hey, is the rice on? Why isn't the rice getting hot? Why isn't the rice getting hot? And then the husband is like ignoring and talking to the mom and being like, blah, 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 blah,
right.
blah, blah, blah. And then he's just like, and she's like, why isn't the rice getting, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'd have a breakdown.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being in a room with all three of these people.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so painful.
That's my nightmare.
So painful. When it did get hot, I started to smell something strange. I was under the assumption it was a gas stove and asked if it was gas, something I again had to ask more than once. It then started to smoke, and I asked him to turn it down. He didn't listen to me, though I asked more than once. The smoke alarm went off because of it.
What the frick?
This is
Dude,
This
what?
is
Like,
infuriating.
if there was an active fire, would you be like, hey, honey, there's an active fire?
Hey.
Would he just not ignore you? Would he just ignore you?
The smoke alarm would have to beep
It's
like
beep,
10 times
beep.
for
And
him
he's
to actually
hey,
be like, whoa,
is there
wait.
a fire? And Opie's
Yeah.
like,
Yes. I mentioned that Trump left the World Health Organization, and he responded to that. I tried to say more, but before I knew it, they were in a debate, and everything I was saying was being ignored again. I asked for help again, and he didn't respond. What a shocker.
this man doesn't like you.
Yeah. I asked more than once, and he threw his head back, rolled his eyes, which I thought was at me. When he came back and started trying to help, I told him not, that he didn't want to help before. He asked if he should go away then, and I said yes. Good job. I can't remember everything I said, but the gist of it was that I was being ignored, as I always am, and that I'm fed up with it. I said I didn't want to be out with them, that I didn't want the food, and that I was going to order something. He called me a prick, and I left. Good on you. Get out of there.
But like, also, please get out of the relationship.
Absolutely. He came into the room and told me to come out. I reacted angrily, insulted him a bit, and told him I was done being ignored by him. He acted like I was overreacting, like I had no reason to be upset. He said that he had listened to me. This isn't just a one-off instance, but something that happens every day. He seems to listen to everyone but me, including my mother, who primarily goes on about herself constantly and doesn't take in most of what he or anyone else says. He acts annoyed by it sometimes, but then engages with it and encourages her to keep going. Right now, he's in the living room and she's going on and on about herself, about her life. He's not saying much, but he's asking questions that would keep it going. I don't know if he's taking in what she's saying, but if it were me talking to him like that, he wouldn't even be responding. I can't even ask him a question. And he's also studying away to become a counselor, so he's going to not only listen to strangers, but also listen to their problems. Because
I'm enraged.
but
But also, I'm a little bit annoyed at OP, honestly.
yeah, for the insulting and stuff?
No, just like being in a situation where you're like talking to someone who just literally doesn't talk back. Like you're talking to a statue. Why are we married to a statue?
Yeah.
I mean, I totally
hard.
understand that it's really hard to be in that situation and like not know how to get out and being like, and then your mom is also seemingly on his side too, on one thing, or at least doesn't really see what the situation is.
Right. I am glad that OP is aware of what's happening.
Yeah, aware enough of being like, I am being ignored.
Yeah, and is like doing something about it. Because I think in a lot of situations, it's very easy for the one being ignored is to just be like, okay, you're right. You're right.
It's like, no, take action.
Yeah, and she is. Thank goodness for it.
But I also think I think of my steps that I'd give, one, you need to start this divorce process, honestly.
Right away.
It's just like, it's not even like something that you could talk through because he's not willing to even talk to you. And two, maybe we need to limit the amount of time we're spending around mom because she also seems like an issue.
Yeah, why? Like, do they live with her or something?
I have no idea. Why are you around her so much?
Yeah, they're like always annoyed by her. Yeah. But then also are always getting food with her and stuff.
Yeah, it seems like
What's
you guys
there?
kind of hate her.
Yeah. I think I really hate the husband.
Me too.
Think that like even if he was right and even if he like I don't know didn't hear, which we know is not true, but like even if he was overstimulated or something like that, if she's upset about it, his reaction should not be to just
belittle.
Immediately belittling and like discounting her emotions. You know, they could like have a conversation about it. You know, but I mean that's also something that he's doing wrong on top of being a hypocrite and like making it clear that he can hear her.
Yep.
Is making up all these excuses. There is a little bit more. He's done other things like walking ahead of me with her when going into stores. A while back, he saw that I was still at the car, but kept going. When we are in public, he goes off with her or responds to her whenever she speaks to him, even when I am already trying to talk to him. Sometimes I feel like he's married to her. Sometimes I think he's doing it on purpose to make me feel like I don't matter, because a lot of the time, I think he actually doesn't like her. That maybe he's just trying to make a good impression. I have no idea, but I don't think it's normal. And there are some comments. Comment number 1 says, no, but I think your mother is around you guys too much. It sounds like an extremely frequent occurrence. Have you tried taking space from her? OP responds, she is, as we are staying with her on this trip.
Don't stay with
it's
her.
On a trip. That
literally
all of this
like
is happening.
go get a new place. Go stay at a new place.
Get a new hotel. Not that she wasn't all the times before. Even when she's out of the equation, he struggles to listen to me. And also, I don't think it's my mother stopping him from doing so.
I don't think so either. I think he has his own problem, and I also think that your mom's a problem.
Absolutely. I do, however, think it's making everything worse. We have gotten some days to ourselves, but not fully. And that's it. Wow. So yeah, I think it's definitely like obviously the husband's and the mom has her own problems, and so all of it coming together is like the perfect storm.
Yeah. My partner is neglecting his nephew. It's ruining our relationship.
Not the nephew.
Anyone else. 4 years ago, I met Bob, 40 male. Bob had recently become the guardian of his nephew Ben after the passing of Ben's parents in a car accident. Ben is the same age as my son, Jason, 11 at the time, now 15. By the way, this comes from Unique Emergency 3407, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, at first, it seemed perfect. I was over the moon at finding a man who was not put off by the prospect of taking on a soon-to-be teenage stepson. Jason's father is not in the picture. Despite having very different personalities, the boys got along from the beginning, so Bob and Ben moved into my house within less than a year. Ben was always a quieter, more creative kid, whereas Jason is more athletic and boisterous. From the start, I got the sense that Bob understood Jason's way of being more than he did Ben's. At first, he would take them both to sports games, but Ben obviously had no interest, so pretty soon he just took Jason. At the time, it seemed like a natural choice. Ben was bored at the games, and Jason honestly reveled in having all of Bob's attention. After that, things started unraveling. As they grew older, the differences between the boys became more obvious. Their choices of clothing, hairstyle, friends, music, hobbies, etc. And so did Bob's preference. He started making little comments comparing them and encouraging Ben to be more like Jason. No.
Oh.
Stop.
Man.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Stop.
Exactly.
Stop thieving my joy. At first, it seemed like he was trying to be helpful, thinking Jason's way of being was healthier. He's more outgoing, has a more active social life, because that's what he remembered from his own experience. But after a while, there was a clear snideness which was impossible not to hear. My son has always had a strong protective streak and a sense of fairness. Despite their differences in the late age they were introduced, he and Ben are very close. Jason's reaction to Bob's remarks favoring him was to take Ben's side. He stopped going to games with Bob and for a while became openly hostile on Ben's behalf. That stopped left once he and Bob had a major argument. Jason backed down at that point because he told me he realized that if he kept making himself unpleasant, Bob and I might break up, in which case Ben would have to leave too. Oh, that's a lot burden to put on a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Or younger at the time. Since then, with a few exceptions, he has been coldly civil. Meanwhile, Bob has come to believe Ben is attracted to the same gender based on what I consider spurious evidence, not that it matters to me whether he is or not. He wanted to send him to a military-style reform school, and when I vetoed that, his behavior towards Ben escalated to subtle kind of downright nastiness. Needless to say, all of the above strained Ben and my relationship to the breaking point and then broke it. Seeing his ongoing behavior toward a child who needs him, I can no longer look at him with anything but disgust. The thought of him touching me makes my skin crawl, and I desperately want him out of my house. We're not married, and it's still in my sole name, thank God, but now I have the same problem Jason was worried about. If I end the relationship and punt Bob out, Ben will have to go too, since legally I have no tie to him whatsoever. He's 15 now, and although he has borne everything by stoically ignoring Bob, I can't in good conscience let that man be solely responsible for him. For what it's worth, I have always tried to stick up for Ben and get Bob to see that there are many types of boys in the world, and that all of them are equally okay. Not to mention, I don't think Jason would ever forgive me if I let Ben go. I would happily take guardianship of Ben if I could. Even if Bob made no financial contribution, we could manage if we cut back on luxuries. My concern is that I am far from sure Bob would agree. However he personally feels about Ben is still his flesh and blood, and Bob feels strongly about that. To be honest, I think that's part of the reason he resents Ben so much. Ben is the last of the line and isn't turning out how Bob thinks his family should be represented. If I were to start a conversation along those lines and Bob refused to allow Ben to stay, it would be incredibly difficult to roll back. The idea of having to continue to play his supportive wife to stop him from leaving on his own accord for another 2.5 years until Ben turns 18 sounds like a nightmare. But the alternative is worse. What is the best way to manage and get through this? And there is an update. Oh, that's so tricky. That's so tricky.
Oh, man. Suddenly I feel very underqualified for this question.
I don't know. My first thought, which might be totally impossible, is like, can you adopt Ben? Because
Right.
I know, like, when you're in, because it seems like they're married.
Yeah.
So
True.
I'm like, sometimes you're able to do that as long as the kid agrees or
'Cause
something.
This isn't their kids, right? This is the
The nephew.
nephew.
Yes.
So it's Bob's siblings' kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work, but I wonder if you could look into that. It
Yeah,
might take a while.
Because I'm thinking too, I'm like, even if she could stay in contact with it's Ben, right? That if she could even stay in contact with Ben, but if things go poorly in this divorce, then Bob probably would not like that very much.
Yeah, he might not let that happen.
Yeah. So, oh man, that's
Tricky,
hard.
tricky,
But also
tricky.
he's 15,
He's 15.
so maybe they can have at least some sort of communication
Yeah,
that doesn't need to be known. You know what I mean?
hopefully.
Probably
But there
sneaky.
is an update, so maybe someone gave better advice.
Yeah, please.
I posted about my family problem about a month ago and was bowled over by the amount of kind and extremely helpful comments I got. Someone requested an update, so I'm posting now to tell you what's happened since. To be honest, it's also to unburden myself. The boys are really sweet, but I obviously can't talk to them about these things. And there aren't a lot of people in my life I feel comfortable sharing all the details with. I suppose I'm embarrassed. The week after my original post, I met with a family lawyer I know to go over options. I actually wrote down the legal suggestions posted here to discuss with her. Unfortunately, after going over each one and several others in detail, we had to conclude that while some might technically be feasible, they would either take too long to be practical or require things from Bob or Ben that, for various reasons, were not ideal. Following the meeting, I was mulling things over and decided to take a long, hard look at our finances to see what might be affordable as a compromise. I considered sending Ben to a good boarding school and paying tuition up front so that if I left Bob, it would be easier and cheaper for him to leave Ben there rather than move him to a different school. Smart. Anyway, I went over our financial records with a fine-tooth comb, and that's when I discovered Bob was cheating on me.
Whoa, new issue.
It's a new issue, and I'm unfortunately not shocked because this man
Yeah.
seems terrible.
Yeah.
And had been for the entirety of our relationship.
Dang, man.
It turns out that prior to Ben's parents passing, Bob had been about to move in with another woman. This woman didn't want kids, so when Bob was suddenly faced with taking care of Ben or seeing him placed in foster care, she made it clear she would not be involved.
Oh, dang.
For the record, I can't say I blame her. I love my boys with all my heart, but asking someone who never wanted kids to parent a bereaved 11-year-old she has never met is not in anyone's best interest, in my opinion. When I confronted him about the affair, he didn't even attempt to deny it. He seemed ashamed, good, and just asked what happened next. I told him that next, he was going to get his stuff and get out of my house. But first, he needed to ask Ben if he wanted to go or stay because it wouldn't be fair to disrupt the poor kid's life any further.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Dang.
Freak, Opie's playing chess right now.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's a good way to put it, though.
Yeah, it's like, well, now you've done the wrong.
Yeah. It's on you now, sir.
Like terrible, terrible circumstances.
right.
But also maybe the best way this could have gone to get Ben into a safe place.
Yeah.
For you,
Right.
super, but
And then I think also using a kind of excuse of being like, well, his life has just been so crazy.
yeah, and like finding out that you're cheating on me.
Yeah.
It's like
So, like,
guilt tripping.
Maybe this can
Yeah.
be a way that his life can stay normal
Yeah.
for the time being.
Ben quickly said he preferred to stay, and Bob seemed frankly relieved.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Like again,
Dang.
this for OP, but maybe the easiest way it could have gone.
Yeah.
He moved out that weekend and I haven't seen him since. We've been in touch by text to discuss financial arrangements though, and last week he sent me money to cover Ben's basic expenses. Nothing close to child support, but under the circumstances, I'll take it and be glad. From his attitude, I take it that he's seeing this as a long-term thing. But even if he doesn't, according to the family lawyer, his leaving Ben with me, even for a while, along with Ben's age and the fact that Bob is his guardian rather than his father, would make it easier to build a case for Ben to stay, even if Bob does try to fight it. The lawyer is confident that such a battle could be won, or at least dragged out until Ben is 18, and it doesn't matter anymore. That, as you can imagine, has been an enormous relief. That makes it that much harder to admit that finding out about Bob has still hit me hard. Of course it has. I mean, like,
Yeah.
even though that you were trying to do this for Ben, like, you just found out your partner was cheating on you.
Yeah, I think even if you already know that he's like not someone you want to be around, still finding out that he's cheating is like
Yeah.
just as heartbreaking.
The fact is that even though I was absolutely done with him and wanted him out, there was a time I truly believed he wanted to be with me and that we could build a life together. I knew a relationship wasn't a romance for the ages or anything like that, but it was by far the best I'd had since before my son was born. And I really thought we cared for and valued one another. Now I realize that all he ever wanted from me was a mother for Ben. He as good as admitted it, and in retrospect, it makes complete sense. That's why he never wanted to get married or buy into my house, even though I offered. Though now, of course, I am grateful. He wanted to make it as easy as possible to split from me once Ben was old enough to no longer require my services. I think it might even explain why he was so hard on Ben and grasping at straws for a reason to send him away. I never expected it of him based on what else I knew, or I never would have been with him. But if he was blaming Ben for getting in the way of his life and simultaneously feeling guilty for it, that could turn a mild-mannered person mean, I think. Maybe he even thought if Ben was away most of the time, the other woman would be willing to compromise for a few years. I don't know. I've even been wondering whether he decided to pursue me before we even met. The boys met first through an extracurricular where they became friends. It's possible that Jason mentioned my being single in passing, allowing Bob to identify me as potentially suitable before we ever met. Yeah,
At the end of the day, you got where you needed to go.
you did.
Yeah.
That was a bad journey, but
It's
Decision?
only up from here.
hopefully. I'm sorry this is such a mopey post. I truly am grateful for the way things worked out. I think it's the best possible solution for everyone under the circumstances, and not one I could have achieved without Bob's help. And the boys have been wonderful. They didn't know I was trying to get Bob out anyway, so they've been treating me very gently, or as gently as you can expect teenage boys to be anyway, and trying to pretend they aren't thrilled Bob is gone when I'm in the room. I'm glad of that, to be honest. I am so grateful he's gone and that Ben is still safe here with us. I just need a bit of time to really remember it, I think. And that is the end of that story.
Wow.
Oof.
Wow.
Ooh-wee. Ouch, ouch,
Dang.
ouch.
That's just so hard on
yeah.
on poor Ben.
Yeah.
To be just kind of treated as this obstacle from Bob.
Absolutely.
Of getting like a partner. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. That's
Truly.
That's really, really crappy. But I'm glad that Ben is with OP and that they can be a good little family and she can take care of him because I know she's gonna treat him better.
so much better.
I just know it.
Just know it.
My husband and mother-in-law made a major decision without me.
Well, I think you need to decide to leave.
Get him out of there. For clarification, I am beyond angry with both of them. I know they both had good intentions, but my thought process is currently, how effing dare you? I need to know if I'm being unreasonable or if I'm justified before I approach a conversation about it. By the way, this comes from Frosty Engine 358, and if you want to submit your own stories, just go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So for context, my husband is very nonsensical, a hardworking provider type of man. He is stubborn and will not do anything he doesn't want to do. So it's not like he was trying to please his mom. His mom is very blunt and in-your-face honest. Neither of them are manipulative or conniving in any way, and they're very good people. I have an amazing relationship with both of his parents, so this is completely out of character for them. I know they had good intentions, they just did this all kind of backwards. As for myself, I am anxious and easily stressed. I've lived a hard life and had a lot of choices taken for me in childhood, and now I need to be included in decisions. I need to feel like it's equal in order for me to be okay. With that being said, I'm also very honest, blunt, and in your face. I am not submissive by any means, and I do not shy away from confrontation. I am currently not in a stable work environment, and job loss seems to be just around the corner. If you stay up to date with the news, then you'll know what I mean, but I have to be careful about what I say regarding it. With that being said, our lease on our rental is coming up soon, and we were wanting to buy a house, but now just doesn't seem like the time. We were looking at other rentals when his parents bought a rental house and asked if we wanted to rent it. My mom messaged me about it first, and I said I didn't think it was a good idea. Later that day, I'm assuming, but I have no confirmation on the timeline, she called my husband, and they both agreed that we would. He messaged me prior to agreeing with her, and I again expressed that I didn't think it was a good idea due to our current circumstances. I didn't outright say no, I left it open for discussion, but I made it clear that I didn't think it was a good choice. Well, after they both asked me, they went around me and agreed that we would move in. My husband didn't tell me that this happened until a couple of days later and casually dropped it into conversation. And he said, I know you said no, but that was silly. Girl, what? That's such a valid reason.
I'm sorry. I know you said no, but that was silly and that was it.
Girl, please. I'm fuming, raging, and shaking. I want to revert back to lashing out, but I know that I cannot. It has been 2 weeks and I have yet to reach a point where I can communicate healthily, but it needs to be addressed. So I'm going to try my very best tonight. Am I overreacting? I feel like I was told, you silly little girl, let the adults make the decisions and just sit down and be a submissive wife. Obviously, that's not what was said or what he meant. And I know that they had good intentions, but I'm so angry. I'm finding it hard to focus on that. So am I the a-hole for thinking it's absolutely insane to bypass me, leave me out of the conversation, and take my choice away entirely? In addition, how can I approach this in a way that won't destroy my relationship? At this point, I'm feeling vindictive and petty. I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I'm also not entirely sure if I can bite my tongue once I let the dam loose. There are some comments, but what would your answer be?
I think that you can go and have a conversation where it's not like, I mean, definitely express that you were upset and stuff, but you don't necessarily have to come up with like trying to, you know, belittle him or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to be an effective conversation.
Yeah, definitely not.
But I think saying, you know, hey, we are in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
We're not in a relationship with your parents.
Mm-hmm.
They might have different advice for you that you want to take, but when we are making decisions for the both of us, we need to be on the same page. And you can't just, you know, bypass me and not listen to my opinion in the conversation.
Yeah, especially if this is like a very valid reason of their financial situation being a little uneasy right now. Like that's something to be discussed, and something that he should be worried about too.
Just tell him like all of your feelings about this.
Yeah, I agree. You could probably even bring up again, like, I'm sure he knows that your childhood was full of decisions being taken away from you, but you could probably bring that up again if he already knows. If he doesn't know, just tell him and be like, hey, this is super important to me specifically. Yeah. Like,
and if he reacts not well, then you know a little bit more about the state of your relationship.
Exactly. But there are some comments. Comment number 1 says, sounds like a conversation must be had. You are a partnership, and with that, decisions should be agreed upon, or at the very least, discussed. Is renting your mother-in-law's place cheaper? OP responds, it's more expensive, which was a lot of my concern. Comment number 2 says, not overreacting, especially as it's more expensive. Renting from family is a bad idea to begin with. I would also be very upset if they went behind my back with this decision. I could maybe handle it, a big maybe, if the rent would be cheaper. I do think it warrants a discussion discussion between you and hubby, but maybe walk away if things get too heated. I don't know why your hubby thought increasing your housing costs would be a good idea with your job worries and the economy in general right now. And we do have an update. I think those are very, very good points.
Yes.
So for the update. Okay, so thank you all for the words of advice and the validation. I sat with my anger and hurt, and I had a therapy appointment that helped me immensely. Oh, good. I was able to get to a point of understanding and started problem solving. I was very distanced and reserved for the last 2 days, trying my best to separate the hurt from anger. Find the root of what triggered that within me. I was able to, which allowed me to get to a point where I can problem solve. I came up with a solution for all of my hesitancies, and then I told him I would like to talk. I shared how it made me feel being excluded. I told him why I reacted the way I did and why I had to distance for a couple of days while figuring my stuff out. I told him I never want to get to a point where I let my trauma hurt him. I was very apologetic, explained that I never said no, just that I didn't think it was a good idea and that I would have appreciated if he had come to me with his thoughts so we could figure it out together. He apologized again and expressed that he sees how it was wrong of him, explained in the moment that he didn't see it as excluding me, but that he was trying to help. I validated that and let him know that I appreciated him trying to help and that I am thankful for that, but that I need to be included in these decisions. I talked to mother-in-law and apparently she threw the idea to him to get his thoughts just like me, and she wasn't aware a decision had been made. She thought we were talking about it and we would look at the house and let her know. He must have told me, yes, we're moving, and told her we would figure it out and let her know. Oh, wow. So it's really just the husband.
Oh, so he just is the problem.
Yeah.
Which we knew.
She said that she would help me with getting the kids to school 30 minutes away for the last month of school so that they don't have to switch schools so close to the end of the year, which was a major concern for me. I feel reassured there and very happy to know that my assumptions of her not doing things to go around me were correct. I raised concerns of my potential job loss, to which he says, you can work part-time for a while to do your schooling and focus on getting the kids to and from, and it'll be fine. When you're ready, we can talk about you going back to work, but I see this as God giving us an opportunity to let you follow your dreams, and I want that for you. I want you to be free enough to do your schooling. My goal isn't for you to contribute equally. I will take care of us. You do what you want to, not what you think I want you to. We will be fine if that happens. And I cried. That's really sweet.
Oh my God, I communicated and it worked.
Yay!
I was like, this man, he's gonna be like, oh no, and then he did. Oh,
Yeah, that was
So
a
he
really
was
good
just
way to
being
put it.
dumb.
Yeah, he was just assuming, and it was just a little mistake. And
then he realized he was being dumb.
And then he fixed it. Look at
And
that.
he fixed it.
Imagine that.
Aw.
That's really sweet. By the way, you know what else would be really, really sweet is if you listen to full episodes with more stories just like this one. Just go to iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast app is, and search OK Storytime. Check it out. But there is a little bit more. Overall, everything is okay and the world is not ending, and I was able to self-soothe and regulate by myself, which may not seem like much for a lot of people, but when I started my healing journey, I was told that I had no emotional intelligence or capacity to regulate. I have come so far, and being able to express myself in a healthy way was amazing. Good job. He commended that, said that he sees how hard I'm working to heal my past, and that he is so happy for me. My husband is my biggest supporter always. He is an amazing partner to me, and I appreciate those of you who called me out on the pettiness. I feel validated by my person, by you all, and I feel better after talking. Looks like it's time to start packing. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for everything. And there is a quick couple comments. Comment number 1 says, I am a therapist and I see the work you did. Amazing job. I'm also glad to hear your husband and mother-in-law sound like good people. And OP responds, thank you so much. It was super uncomfortable and really hard, but oh my God, do I feel amazing and accomplished. This was my biggest step towards progress yet, excluding actually taking the step for getting help through therapy. They are both good people. Their whole family is amazing. I am so blessed to have them and to have my husband as my biggest supporter. He danced with me in the kitchen and jumped up and down with excitement when we were talking about how well I was able to handle the situation. Oh, that's so cute. I am overjoyed with your validation as well. Thank you so much. There's a couple comments left, but OP doesn't respond to.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that's the end of
What
it.
an ending.
Wow.
What an ending. I love that, man.
I just love it when people take the healthy way out,
Yeah.
and it all
Beautiful.
turns out well.
Ain't that just the way?
It's so
Imagine
good.
that. Imagine communication.
But that is the end of that story,
Yeah.
and we've got another one for
No.
you. No, really?
No. We'll double check me on that.
I think you're right.
But that is the end of the episode.
So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And
and see you tomorrow.